Live.
How's everybody doing?
Clip. Hey, man, good to see you, brother.
Booty, 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 booty everywhere.
Ahí estaba, en el centro. Hoyo de gloria.
Have you scanned your MVP card?
Breakfast was 3 eggs, scrambled light with grits and extra crispy bacon.
Clip, what's up? It's Bryce.
I know, Clip, people are looking for you to sprinkle your magic fairy dust on this whole thing and make it all better.
Let's get to that conversation now. Here is that.
Now live from the Pirate Radio studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
Welcome in to a Thursday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Clip Brock here with you inside the Pirate Radio studios, coming to you on Pirate Radio 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1 in Washington. We're on 1250, 930 online, PR927FM.com. And we'd love to have you on Facebook Live and YouTube. We've hit the 3,000 subscriber mark on Pirate Radio TV. That's good. We want to keep on growing. So if you could, give us a subscribe, hit the like, and give us your questions and comments, because we are guest free in hour number 1 today. We've got 3 guests on the show, all coming up in hours 2 and 3. So hour 1, we will check in with the chat gang, get your thoughts on what's going on with ECU athletics and beyond. And we'll always take a phone call if you want to call in and talk to us, 317-1250. Coming up, hour 2 on today's show. Today's kind of a catch-up day. We missed Mully on Tuesday. Missed him yesterday. So we are going to talk to Mike Mullis today at 4 o'clock, as he will join us on the Pirate Radio Live line and talk baseball, football, everything in between. His Packers winning their in the NFL playoffs. ECU baseball right around the corner, so we'll hit some of those topics with Mike Mullis at 4 o'clock. We'll talk some Pirate baseball coming up at 4:30 on today's show with Jacob Jenkins-Coward. We'll see how his holidays went and if he's primed and ready to go for another Pirate baseball season. And BB, Brian Bailey, will join us. I actually talked to him just a few minutes ago. We'll air that conversation coming up in hour number 3 of today's show. We got Shirley Rhodes here. We got Sean here. Shirley and I twinning here on a Thursday. Looking good. And I always think about this when I put this hoodie on. What color is this? Grape? I want to say grape.
Yeah, I would say grape would probably be an appropriate description of this sweatshirt.
We're going grape Pirate Radio hoodies on this Thursday.
Yeah, every once in a while, it's like maybe once a month. I wouldn't say more than twice a month. We wind up wearing the same thing into the office. So I guess today is the first time we've done it in 2024. But hey, it's the grape show apparently.
And Chandler has been. Give me a good magazine, Shirley, like Land's End, is that a thing?
LL Bean.
LL Bean.
LL Bean's the one.
He has been beaning it up all week. The fall winter collection.
Are these like Christmas presents that you're sporting now, or is this just stuff that was in your wardrobe and it's just appropriate for the weather?
What I wore, let's see, yesterday I got for Christmas the shoes. I want to say the shirt. But this is just stuff that I've had before.
The shoes. Oh, was that the Ariat or
boots.
Whatever? Yeah, okay.
So, yeah, you should have seen me New Year's Eve night. I sported a nice button-up shirt with a vest. I usually don't go vest, but I went with a vest. And I think it's a Redhead brand, which I like Redhead. In fact, I'm wearing their pants right now.
You like Redheads?
They're feisty.
They are.
The brand.
Oh, okay.
You're very hip, Chandler. I don't know any of the brands you wear. Again, I'm wearing a hoodie and sweatpants, so that's my style. I am not in on the trends.
You even went sweatpants courtside the other day, I noticed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw you courtside. I was like,
I remember. I want to say it was like in the second quarter or something. I looked and I was like, "Man, this guy's got sweatpants on."
I knew that you guys were going to be courtside, so I was looking for you.
Wait, you judge me?
I just thought maybe sweatpants on.
Oh, you thought I should class it up a little bit?
Yeah, man.
I'm all about comfort. If I'm going to sit somewhere for 2 hours,
you know what?
I want to be comfortable.
Yeah, I respect that.
I'm at the age now where it is definitely comfort over quality.
Who am I trying to impress?
But I did.
One of the girls on the court.
I did when I found you on the court because I knew you guys were going to be at the game. I'm like, where are Clip and Chandler? And I'm just looking. And I finally see you. I was like, he could probably fall asleep in that chair as comfortable as you looked.
It was great.
I mean, you were just chilling.
He wasn't going to fall asleep with all the people around us yelling at the ref.
Yeah.
The whole time.
I'm sure.
Well,
I yelled at the ref too.
Comments. Yeah, if Micah Dennis or Chloe Kitts didn't like what I was wearing, then maybe I'll take that into consideration. But
yeah, I mean, if a player stops from running up the court and walks over to Clip and says, "Dude, class it up a little.
Put on a pair of pants."
They tee you up.
Like, can you wear at least a pair of khakis? I mean, come on.
No,
I mean, unless that happens, but unless that happens, I mean, we're all about comfort here.
If the 3 or 4 people to the left of you were not there, you could have maybe.
Oh, he would have stretched out. He'd been asleep.
Stretched out on your side or something.
30 years ago, George Costanza became my hero, and I'm just trying to be like him every day.
You know, I tell people all the time that my idea of dressed up is a nice pair of jeans and maybe a polo shirt or a button-up shirt. I mean, that's kind of my idea of dressing up because I don't really dress up for anything. I don't like to, and I don't like to go to things where I have to dress up. But I bought a pair of what I thought were very stylish jeans, and I wore them, and apparently I offended every single one of my nieces and nephews by wearing said jeans, and I was literally told that I could never wear them again because apparently I am too old to wear said stylish jeans.
Don't let people tell you what you should and should not wear.
Have you worn those in here?
Yes.
The
ones that look like they have bleach stains on them, but they're strategically placed.
Oh, midlife crisis Shirley jeans? Yeah, I know those.
Okay, midlife crisis. Okay, thanks for throwing me under the bus on that one.
Please wear them again so we can put them on camera and get the audience's take on them.
Okay, all right.
I mean, Shirley, you are, I don't have to tell you this, you're grown and can wear whatever the hell you want.
The kids tell me these things because they know it's not going to change my mind.
Yeah.
But they do like to poke fun at me about various things, and I got quite a few comments about my new car. As a matter of fact, one of my nieces called me and told me I was never allowed to buy another car again without her permission because apparently I can't pick a color.
They run your life.
And they're vicious. They're vicious.
Gosh.
Oh, they roast me pretty hard. But
I like the yellow fella.
Yeah, well,
Big Bird.
It is Big Bird yellow.
Banana split.
But no, I mean, they know they're not going to make me. They know I'm just as hard-headed as they are. They just like to roast me about several things.
Let's say what's up to the chat gang here on a Thursday.
What's up?
Steve Hill says HTMFs. HT to you, sir. Pirate GT says, okay, so Cole Hodge, how did this happen? Well,
what happen?
You're going to have to be more specific.
I guess he's impressed that he's the Gatorade Player of the Year.
Yeah, Gatorade Kentucky Football Player of the Year, which Chandler last night at Sports Trivia, I did. What are you doing?
He's recording something.
I'm listening. Go ahead.
Are you recording me?
Yes.
Oh, no, he's taking a picture of you. That's what he's doing.
What are you doing?
Nothing. Don't worry about me.
I am worried about it. I didn't give you consent to do that.
Wow. Well, I mean, we do film during the show to put out on our social media.
I've given consent for that.
Right.
Not on his personal phone. I don't know what he's doing with that phone.
Oh, you're not
I've got the accounts on my phone.
Well,
too.
I mean, there's like 7 phones over here, so I don't know whose phone is what.
I don't know what he's going to do with that picture later.
Oh, no. That's never good.
Let's continue the conversation now.
Now, getting back to Cole Hodge, I did not realize this because I never took a look at his stats. I knew he was a good player. I just never took threw for over 4,100 yards, had 57 passing touchdowns, 10 rushing touchdowns, and he rushed for over 600 yards. I mean, that's some pretty staggering numbers.
Good numbers. Chandler, last night at Sports Trivia, I saw an article earlier this week of the best, and this is very, subjective, but best high school players from each state all time. Mm-hmm. And I made that into a trivia round.
I was so proud of myself for one of them.
Which one?
Well, maybe this was, but the answer was Miko Harmon. And
that was a different.
Okay. Never mind.
That was Georgia receiver.
No, it was
an 80-yard touchdown.
It was fun trying to figure out the players
But I mentioned Gatorade Player of the Year a lot in those questions, and Cole Hodge this year is Gatorade Player of the Year in Kentucky. So I guess Pirate GT, you're asking, how did we get
a quarterback of this talented caliber?
Great question. Tyler is answering your question with a question and said, how did Mason Garcia happen? Very good point. Very highly touted quarterback. So you never know how these things are going to work out.
A lot of devil's advocate going on this week on the show.
Which I like. I like discussion. I like looking at both sides, talking it out. He's not our, first highly touted quarterback to come here.
Now, I remember asking the same question with Mason Garcia and looking up his highlights and seeing how good he was on the field, especially in high school at Carolina Forest down in Myrtle Beach. And I was like, how do we end up getting this guy? And obviously things did not work out as he's on the way to Austin Peay.
Yeah, who else was looking at Cole Hodge or offered Cole Hodge? Again, I am not a recruiting guru by any means, so I will look that up. But hey, recruited by Houston, Donnie K. Quickly, John David Baker gets on him and makes sure that he will indeed commit here to East Carolina. Cole Hodge is a, 2020. I'm trying to look up his numbers. I will have that for you at some point. Who looked him up, how many stars he is, and all that. All right. Also in the chat gang, we've got, I really want to talk about that in a moment. Chad says hello. Kaz said Ariat is nice. Ariat? How you say it?
Ariat.
Jamie says love sweatpants. Once you're married, you're not trying to impress anyone. Exactly. Chad says, what is this rumored pirate radio shop I've been hearing about? Where you been hearing about that?
Tell us, Chad.
Yeah, tell me more.
Mm-hmm.
We'd like to know.
Chad said, Clip, you look kind of evil in the picture from courtside. My wife said I look like a serial killer in one of those pictures. Yep. Steve said, Chon didn't get the office attire memo. Jamie says, notice Chon. Now, this is kind of a Brian Windhorse. Why would he do that?
Now, why would he do that?
Notice Chon doesn't wear ECU gear anymore or pirate radio gear. Why is that?
Things that make you go,
See, this is how things get started in actually the real world of sports. Like people like speculating. He makes a good point.
He does.
I haven't wore ECU stuff, I don't think, all week.
Pirate radio stuff, neither.
But it's been 3 days back in the office. It's been 3 daes back in the office.
Well, Steve has a good question, too.
Tomorrow's Painted Purple Friday, which I love to partake in because I am a pirate. And I am a pirate radio. I'm a pirate.
Chandler's wearing that nice dark green. Is that a quarter zip?
Yeah.
Has a red shirt under it. Steve wondering, is that an NC State shirt? Red shirt under that? What did you zip it up so quick?
Man,
Very keen eye there, Steve. I have similar questions as to what that red shirt is underneath his pullover. Chandler's inspecting it right now.
Old South.
Uh-huh.
Is that the one that your cat urined on?
No, the cat did not urine on this one.
Oh, okay.
He urined. Eric. What's up, Eric? Said glad to be back in the country and listening to Pirate Radio.
Eric M.
We are available worldwide. I guess. What are the YouTube rules overseas? Can they get us?
I think it's possible, yeah. I know that there are certain television shows and certain late night shows that can't be shown in certain countries because of some weird copyright thing. because and the only reason I knew that is because I'm a big fan of Seth Meyers. And Canada had actually prohibited his show. He posts his monologue every night on YouTube, and I listened to it in the next morning. And Canada apparently had prohibited his show for like 6 months, and they just recently kind of loosened the reins on that.
I wonder what country we're banned in. Eric has not said Happy New Year yet. Happy New Year, Eric.
Happy New Year.
Merry New Year.
Adam Schefter tweeted this out yesterday, and it was the actual Adam Schefter.
Oh, boy.
Per Larry David, yesterday was the last day you could say Happy New Year.
I got on Curb Your Enthusiasm really late, like a few years ago. Watched it for the first time.
I got to be honest with you, never saw it.
Very good, very funny. I
like Larry David. I just
good.
Are you still watching that? The show.
You know that show.
The one.
You know the one that lasts about 40 minutes.
Are you sure about that?
I think you should leave.
Yeah.
Well, there's only 2 seasons. I've seen every episode several times. So yeah.
Now I did watch a couple of episodes of this show called Shameless.
Yeah, I've never seen that. I heard it's good.
Boy, yeah, but it has some eye-opening scenes. I can tell you that much.
It's pretty raunchy, right?
Yeah, it's pretty raunchy. I was not prepared for that. My nephew was like, "Hey, you should watch this show," and he turned it on, and I'm like, "Whoa." Was not expecting that.
Yeah, I will probably watch that.
But it is kind of it is funny. I mean, the humor's kind of dark, but I like dark humor. So
Tyler was asking, did Chandler wear NC State attire for sports trivia last night? No, I can answer that. He did not.
No, you wore what you wore to work yesterday, right?
I did.
Okay, so it was like that fancy schmancy shirt that you were in.
It was.
Okay.
The Crown and Ivy.
Yeah, that thing.
Chad said, Pirate GT asked, how did we get Cole Hodge? Chad said, I asked that same question when Sean came to Pirate Radio. How did we get this guy?
He never left.
Yeah.
And I'm not leaving.
I know. I mean, you started out here as an intern.
I just came
and then
back.
you just kind of kept coming back, and we were like, well, I guess we better put him on the payroll then.
It's like a fungus or a...
It's a fungus that you don't like.
He's like one of those trick birthday candles. You think you've blown out the candle, but it pops right back up. That's him.
That's me.
You just can't get rid of the guy.
Can't get rid of him.
And you know what? We don't want to get rid of him. We want him here.
And I want to be here. And I'm committed here.
Oh, boy.
As long as he stays out of my chair.
Pirate GT says Garcia was not the player of the year in South Carolina. We've never gotten a player of the year in any state. Pirate GT is fired up for Cole Hodge.
Fired up, baby.
Hey, man.
And I like it.
Get fired up. Be excited. I will not. I will not be excited about any recruit ever. But I want you to be excited because it's good to be excited about something. I, on the other hand, will not. What are you laughing at, Shirley?
Somebody messaged me a funny meme.
Oh, okay.
And I just was laughing at it.
You want to share with the class? Or?
During the break. It's not appropriate for air.
Fair enough. Chandler, are you excited about Cole Hodge?
No.
Okay.
I'm excited about his attitude towards coming here. Like his attitude, like we had a chance to talk to him. We also had a chance to talk to Caton Hauser.
Yeah.
They both are just super excited about coming out here. They're excited about getting started. They're excited about, all this stuff. That kind of gets you in. It's infectious. You can't help but
you're excited about their excitement.
That's great.
That's exactly
fine.
right.
I mean, every commit has been excited about coming here.
Yeah,
which is why
but you don't want somebody that's slightly hesitant or maybe. But and they're, you know what I'm saying?
Were you about to say they're good kids?
No.
Were you about to say Seymour?
Me?
No,
He might have, but I wasn't thinking that. No.
Okay, all right.
I mean, they're good. They are good kids.
They're good kids.
They're good kids. Yeah. They work hard.
I mean, but look, you have rubbed off on me a lot because about 2 years ago.
Pause.
Hey, yo. 2 years ago, I probably would have, maybe even a year ago, I probably would have been, yes, absolutely.
Well, I don't want to be that way. If you want to get excited, I want you to get excited.
But I have learned to be patient. Don't jump the gun. Wait till they get here. Then get excited about maybe the production they can put on the field.
Were you excited about Kingsley Ifedi? Were you excited about Raheem Jeter? Were you excited about, all the quarterback commits of the past? Walter Simmons?
No.
Reed
Herring.
Reed Herring.
Do you remember?
Holton Allers?
I was excited about Holton.
I can't remember what his name was because I don't think he ever played because he was hampered by injuries. But he was I want to say he was a running back transfer from Georgia. It was when Scotty Moe was here.
Was it from Clemson?
Dye?
Tyshawn
Yes.
Dye?
Yes.
He came from Clemson. God rest his soul, by
Clemson.
the
I'm
way.
sorry. When he
Somebody here at Pirate Radio was very excited about him.
I was pretty excited because I was like, how, because we didn't, at that time, I didn't think we would get transfers from like Clemson.
Well, today we got a lineman from Florida State.
Yeah.
Not excited about him.
And apparently there's another one from West Virginia, I believe.
Happy to have him. Not excited about him.
West by God, Virginia?
Yep.
A cornerback.
Cornerback.
It looks like he's in a game, so he might have some
And
experience.
it's
Not
got-
excited about him.
Hey, look.
2 years of eligibility remaining.
I don't care. Not excited about him.
Chandler, I don't like your tone right now. People are going to take what I'm feeling the wrong way.
Happy to have him. Excited about him? No.
I'm just glad that we're getting people from,
I hear
other
you.
schools coming here.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? Because
I know.
we could easily be like pulling people from FCS schools. FCS
And they
schools.
could be great.
I'm not saying
And
it
I-
wouldn't be
and I-
great.
and I-
I just
And I would be excited about that.
And then that's when I would get excited. I hope they are great.
All I'm
see,
saying
it's like
is
2-on-1 right now.
all I'm saying is I've never seen these guys play. I don't know who they are.
Correct.
So I don't have a
But
reason
now,
to get
would
excited.
this change your like if an offensive lineman coach, if an offensive line coach from Florida State came on this show, called in right now and said, "Hey, Kayshawn Sapp is a hell of a player, and he's got a lot of sap about him.
A lot of sap.
And he's going to come in here, and he's going to be a big impact up front for this offense for East Carolina." Would that get you excited?
A little bit more than I am now.
Okay. If a West Virginia quarterbacks coach called up and said, "Hey, this guy y'all just got is a ball hawk. He is a dog.
I'm looking for another type of animal that you haven't said yet.
He is a
Cat?
Nah.
no. We don't want no cats. we don't want no cats. We want dogs."
I was waiting for that. I was hoping Clip would get it, but he got it before you
it
did.
took me a second. No, not excited. Not a shark, apparently.
Oh,
Schlock.
He's a shock.
Okay, that would get me excited.
What if Steve Ellis? Now, even though Steve Ellis didn't coach this guy,
If he called right now, I would get excited regardless of what he's talking about.
but Steve Ellis didn't coach this guy because this guy's more of an edge rusher. But if he called and said that this guy that we got from Louisville about a month ago said he's a shock and is going to be a shock for your defense at East Carolina, would you get excited?
Sure, why not?
Because you don't see a catfish and a shark in a tank at the same time.
No, you don't.
Not going to see it. Tyler said Chandler hasn't worn ECU gear all year. That is factually correct.
That is factually incorrect.
Ooh. When did you wear some?
January on Monday.
All right.
I'm lying. I'm actually lying.
I was
I
going to
haven't.
say, we weren't even here on Monday.
You know what I did?
Boy, you really fold under pressure because we would have had no idea if you wore it or not, but you admitted
I
it
want to be
yourself.
an honest person.
I appreciate that.
But I'm not. I just lied.
Justin says we're banned in North Korea. By the way, his account is Justin and Jessica. I'm not giving Jessica any credit. Thanks to both of y'all.
Could have been Jessica.
Do y'all both sit at the computer and type together?
Yeah.
Does Justin type one letter and
Yeah.
then Jessica types the next one?
Or as you're typing, the one hand's on the left, one hand's on the right. You just go on that.
And the other hands are holding each other's?
Yeah.
That is sweet.
Is that our first chat game couple?
It might be. Let's see. Eric says Chandler is banned in 37 countries, but not Wolfpack country.
Oh.
Hey, now. Chad said, did anyone watch Suits? Coach Mack did. Jamie says, Clip, hypothetical question. What would be your reaction if you found out today Jim Harbaugh was hired as the Commanders' next head coach? I would be for that. Yeah, took a team to a Super Bowl. I went to a game in Landover, Maryland at FedEx Field, and his 49ers punked my Redskins. Yeah, I would take Jim Harbaugh.
I didn't realize how much of a nut he was.
He's a little nutty.
And I saw his parents. Gosh.
Speaking of nutty, Shirley, that peanut brittle was good.
Oh, my gosh.
Thank you.
Delicious.
For giving me a piece.
Thank you, Jay Johnson and Dina.
Yeah, well, if you want another piece, you better hurry up and get it during the break because there's not much left. I've been nibbling on it all day.
Chandler, were you excited about Rio Johnson?
No.
I know who you weren't excited about. Shane Carden.
Because I didn't even know who he was.
Exactly.
Did not know who he was until he came into that game.
You're talking about it, and you're talking about excitement when they first got to school, correct?
Yeah, when they committed.
Yeah, when they first got there.
I never knew who Shane Carden was.
Do you know what game it was where I said, all right, I'm excited now, is against UTEP. Back in the day, I said, this guy might have something here. He might have something.
Who'd you say that to?
I think maybe my dad.
Okay.
Or one of his college buddies that used to sit with us in Section 15.
And what was their response?
I don't know. I'm not excited yet. And I said, well, I'm excited.
Oh, hey, well, it's time to get excited.
Well, guess what? I'm excited.
Pirate GT says I'm a little more excited about some Pirate baseball.
Hey.
Today, we'll talk to Jacob Jenkins-Coward. Next Tuesday, we'll welcome in Jeff Palumbo. Next Thursday, we'll welcome in Austin Knight. So we will be talking some Pirate baseball here on Pirate Radio Live.
Right around the corner.
Let's see. Jamie says he'll be ready for Pirate baseball once the Colts get eliminated. Chad was excited about the kid who committed to ECU on national TV.
Oh, yeah.
Lucas Thompson.
Oh, yeah.
I watched the Under Armour All-Star game yesterday. I was looking for him. I didn't see him. I didn't know if he was still at the stadium wearing that ECU hat.
Gosh,
what state was he from?
Lucas Thompson. Florida?
Florida, maybe?
Maybe. I want to say Florida. See, this is not what I want to happen. You got to have a mind of your own. Pirate GT says, okay, I'm not excited anymore.
You know who I was excited
You talked me
about?
out of it, Clip. No, that's not what I want to do. I want you to be excited.
No, be excited if you want to.
Yeah. I'm not.
Us personally are not excited.
I'm not telling you. I don't want you to not be excited. I want you to be optimistic and fired up. I'm jaded.
You know who I was excited about?
Who?
One, he came from an SEC school. Two, his uncle is a Hall of Famer. Tim Irvin, safety. Came from Auburn. His uncle was Michael Irvin.
Yeah.
And was very excited when I found out he was coming to East Carolina.
Lucas Thompson was from Winter Garden, Florida.
All right.
Went to West Orange High School.
There you go. And never... Did he ever step foot on campus?
I don't think so.
I was excited about Cody Keith.
The legend. He's got a documentary about him.
I was excited about Brad Warnick.
No, you weren't. You didn't know who that was.
And I wasn't excited about Cody Keith either. That was a joke.
It's cool. I'm trying to think of who I was really excited about committing here. Again, if I don't see or know who these guys are, you're really just trusting somebody else's word on their stars and how good they are.
I always try to see if they actually have some highlight tapes.
I also see. I don't know how real I should get.
No, it's 2024. Get real.
The year to get real?
This is the year. This is the real year.
But I just sound like such a butt. Oh, God. But I really feel like I'm just being honest and realistic. But there's people out there that are going to say I'm a butt. And yeah,
say it. What do you have?
I always see, like, we want people here that want to be here. If you want to leave, leave. We want people here that want to be here. Well,
I see where you're going with this.
Do they really want to be here? Holden Ahlers wanted to be here. He told us yesterday. Now, he wanted to be here. But what percentage of the roster would rather be at, say, I don't know, Alabama,
Texas,
Georgia?
Yeah.
You know, But they weren't recruited by those schools. They didn't get an invite to those schools. They come here. That's kind of my thing. Like, I'm not really into recruiting because we're not in these recruiting wars with big schools, you know? Is that harsh? Am I being a butt? Maybe. Do you have a comment on that? You want to say something?
It kind of makes it seem like you're saying that they're settling for East Carolina.
I think it's, to some degree, we all settle in a way.
I mean, I'm settled right now.
And I'm very content.
Yeah.
But, like, we're settling to live in North Carolina when we could be living on a beach somewhere. Why are we?
But because we don't have the money.
Right. But if we strive for it, we can get that money and then get that beach house.
And finally be where we want to be.
Do we have a point to this segment? I feel like we've lost the point. I feel like I had a point.
I feel like we missed the turn 5 times and are not getting to the destination.
A few minutes ago, I really felt like I had a point. Now I don't know anymore. Tyler says take a break. Good idea. Sometimes you got to know when to fold them.
You know what? I'm settled with this segment. Let's take a break.
Eric says, does Sean really want to be here?
Yeah. Because if not, I could leave.
So you're saying this is the... Somebody says, hey, I'll let you go anywhere you want to right now. This is where you would choose to be? That's your answer? You're a liar. You're a fat liar.
Like, wouldn't you say, like, in like anywhere and live anywhere, or be like
both? Anywhere at this
or like
moment,
any radio station.
Live anywhere.
Right here.
Right here, right now.
I'm committed. 100% committed. Respect my decision.
Jay on Facebook said, are you more excited over a kid that went to a Power 5 school and it didn't work out, so he transfers to ECU? Or a kid that went to a smaller school, proved himself, and transfers up to ECU?
That's a really good question.
Now we're asking the right question.
That's a really good question.
You got me, my brain in a pretzel right now. Sheila says, hey, Chandler, it's Mama Shishi. You're doing a wonderful job.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mama Shishi. Russ says, I'm a big butt. Pirate GT, and you know what? There's a great way to end the segment. Pirate GT says, I'm excited Magazoo is back. I am too. That excites me. I'm ready for more mags in my life. When we return, are you excited about Coastal Carolina being on the football schedule? We'll discuss that after this.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of pirates in eastern North Carolina. Open 7 days a week with live music. Monday through Wednesday, acoustic night. Thursday, we have line dancing from 7 to 9, followed by karaoke with DJ Dog. On Friday and Saturday night, enjoy the best local bands in the area. And don't forget, Sunday Fun Day during football season with NFL jersey giveaways and more. Check out Facebook and Instagram for all up-to-date information and band schedules. Y'all come get bucked up.
And then it was two seagulls!
We're here for the booty.
Party?
Pirate Water is here. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find pirate water in a location near you.
We're going planking!
Pirate Water is here. 21 and older, please drink responsibly.
It's bow time. Chicken or biscuits? That's an impossible choice. How can you decide between Bojangles' perfectly crispy, boldly seasoned chicken or their fluffy, made-from-scratch buttermilk biscuits? Well, the good news is you don't have to. With a Cajun chicken filet biscuit, you get the best of both worlds. An all-white meat chicken breast marinated with a bold blend of seasonings and served up on a fluffy, golden buttermilk biscuit. When it comes to real-deal Southern flavor, there's no reason you can't have it all. Order a Cajun chicken filet biscuit today. It's bow time.
This is Talbot Green with Integrity Home Mortgage. Are you ready and pre-approved if the home you want to purchase comes for sale today? This is a very important step when trying to purchase a home in the current market. Integrity Home Mortgage offers a wide variety of loan programs. Our team of Talbot Green, Braxton Green, and Joe M. Weir has over 50 years of experience and is committed to providing you with the superior customer service you deserve.
To get started, call me, Braxton Green, at 526-8260.
Braxton Green, NMLS 222-3878. For informational purposes only, Integrity Home Mortgage Corporation is an equal housing lender, NMLS 208516.
The brunch is back. The famous brunch buffet at Fifth Street Hardware has a variety of breakfast and lunch items from 10:30 to 2, including an omelet station and prime rib, and a special Sunday cocktail menu, including mimosa flights. Don't forget, Fifth Street Hardware has lunch specials every day, along with over 40 beers on tap. Trivia Wednesday, live music every Thursday night, and a late night menu through the weekend. Visit FifthStreetHardware.com or give them a follow on Facebook and Instagram for a weekly lineup and more. Go Pirates!
15-time best-selling author, keynote speaker, and global influencer John Gordon is coming to Greenville in March. John was ranked number 6 as one of the top leadership speakers in the world and will be our featured guest at the Pirate Radio Luncheon on Monday, March 18th. Hey, John, tell us more about your upcoming visit.
Hey, Pirate Nation. John Gordon here. I am so excited about coming to Greenville, North Carolina and East Carolina University March 18th, where I'm going to talk about ways to enhance your mindset, improve your leadership, and build a stronger team. We're going to activate the positive competitive advantage together. I hope to see you there. Go Pirates.
Don't miss out on this huge opportunity to enhance your mindset, improve your leadership skills, and create a better future for you and your team. To reserve a table, contact me, Jonathan Ellerby, at ellerby@pirateradio1250.com. We look forward to seeing you in March.
University PC Care in Greenville and New Bern has been serving the tech repair needs of Eastern North Carolina since 2006. And as one of the only Apple authorized service providers east of Raleigh, all our technicians are Apple certified, and we only use genuine Apple parts. Your iPhone and Mac warranties are safe with us. Have questions or need service? Call 252-558-1280 or visit us online at universitypccare.com. University PC Care, your one-stop shop for service on everything Apple.
This is Wyatt Lunsford-Shankman from ECU Baseball. You're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
Come on, with it. Now look, everybody, if you are here, as I said, to party, all you got to do, everybody say party.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Pirate Water. Get ready to party, pirates. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find your new treasure. 21 and older only. Pirate Water. Why be yourself when you can be a pirate? Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local and print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com, the official sportswear provider of Pirate Radio. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, fun discussion, segment 1. It kind of got started by Pirate GT in the YouTube chat saying, okay, so Cole Hodge, how did this happen? Cole Hodge, the Gatorade Kentucky High School Football Player of the Year. How did he get to ECU? Why is he going to ECU? Well, instead of us morons talking about it, why not hear it from the horse's mouth? Shirley just saw this video and shared it with the group from Tyler Griever. He is a sports TV guy in Kentucky, and talked to Cole Hodge about his commitment to East Carolina. And let's hear it, Shirley.
You get your whole senior season, and I know how recruiting goes. Just because you're committed somewhere, people are going to keep reaching out. They're going to keep trying. What kept you committed to East Carolina and eventually to sign with them?
The coaching staff, the fan base. I went to a game, 2 games
this season, and just the passion they have for their football team, just the coaching staff, and I have full belief in their coaching staff and they're playing for me, and just I'm really excited to go down there and compete.
Mike Houston, what did he sell you on? What did you like about him, and how did you feel like a connection with him as a coach?
Yeah, I just love his personality as a coach. He's a go-getter. He wants to win, and you can tell he wants to win. Through his recruiting and just through talking to him, he has a great personality, and so just talking to him, and he's had some great hires recently, and I think with the transfer portal, we've got some good players, so I think we'll be rolling.
All right, there's Cole Hodge in his own words.
Yeah, so you can't help but be excited.
Now, the other offers, according to 24/7 Sports, for Cole Hodge were from Central Michigan, Appalachian State, Arkansas State, and Army. So, just giving you all the information on Cole Hodge, who is excited to be a Pirate.
Is it okay for Rajay Harris to be excited for this year?
Yes.
By the way, happy birthday to my guy, Rajay Harris.
I wished him
his birthday?
happy birthday to 4-7.
Oh.
What's up, my guy?
What's up, my guy?
Happy birthday, Rajay.
I had a couple of references. Ryan said Sean wants a beach house in Arizona.
Oceanfront property.
Oceanfront property.
One of my favorite references and segments in 2023. Chandler talking about the West Coast state of Arizona.
The best part is when he pulled up that map.
Yeah, and called me a, what'd you say, moron, idiot?
I think both.
You said it several times.
Yeah.
Very loudly.
You were, well, I thought
I got him.
I will hand it to you. You sold that.
Yeah.
You made every one of us question our own intelligence.
Because, again, the map Chandler was looking at was a map of the United States, and all around that map, the background was blue. So I think Chandler, for a split second, thought the United States was a big, giant island, and there was no Mexico, no Canada, just all water around the United States.
That would fix a lot of problems.
Now we're talking about the issue.
Now I'm getting into politics.
Now we're getting somewhere.
That gets me excited. All right. I asked if you were excited about scheduling Coastal. I knew what you were going to say, Jamie. You've been wanting Coastal on the baseball schedule. He said, I would be excited about it, but would rather have them on the baseball schedule. Ryan says, if ECU is going to struggle scheduling big schools, might as well schedule more local against competitive opponents. Coastal fits that script. I like Coastal on the schedule.
Yeah, I like it too.
I'm fine with that.
I am certainly not opposed to it. It's a drivable game. If you're playing down at Coastal and it's regional, it's close by. There's a lot of people around here that are Coastal fans as well as ECU fans. I don't see a downside to it, really.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we'd rather, I don't want to speak for anyone. There's certainly more attractive opponents in the world of college football, but
sure,
as far as a regional game,
well, I mean,
I'm good with Coastal.
What has been the long argument over the last, or the lament, I guess you could say, from various ADs over the last few years? They're struggling to get butts in the seats because there's so many TV packages out there. There's, travel issues, this, that, and a third. Well, this is a game that can easily fill seats.
And you also look at, all right, who else is on the schedule those years? So it's 25 and 28. 25, you're at NC State. Chandler's fired up for that one. You've got
He'll be field side.
Campbell at home. At Coastal, BYU scheduled to play here.
See, now
that's
attractive to me.
That rounds out a pretty good schedule.
Yeah.
2028, NC State at home. Coastal Carolina at home. At Wake Forest. Very attractive schedule. You'll probably schedule an FCS to go with that. So it kind of depends on who else is on that schedule. Mm-hmm. We're going to have to get through next year. I know folks are not excited about Norfolk State, Old Dominion, App State, Liberty, but there are some attractive opponents coming up beyond that.
Well, I mean, Liberty had a pretty good year this year.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, that might not be
undefeated and went to the fill in the blank bowl.
Fiesta Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, you can't really overlook them either. I mean, that's nothing to sneeze at.
Now here, Scott says this.
Do you agree?
Let me think about what I personally think about what he's saying. And I will say from the message borders I've read, Scott's in the minority here. But he says Coastal is more exciting than Boise State. I'm going to disagree. Because I was, can I use the word excited about seeing Boise State on the schedule? It was something different, something new.
Well, and I hate to say this, but I think they're a little bit more of a recognizable name.
Even though they are trending down, which I think Coastal Carolina is kind of trending down now as well. But no doubt Boise State is a known name in the college football world. And even if Coastal Carolina is better on a certain weekend and a certain year than Boise State, you're going to get more credit nationally for beating Boise State than Coastal Carolina. You know what I mean?
Yeah. They both have unique football fields.
That is true. Ugly, some would say. Chandler, would you rather play Coastal Carolina or Boise State?
Boise State.
Yeah. But it's not that big of a difference.
I mean, no, because they both have fields that have their school color. And we've beat them both in bowl games.
All right, Scott's starting to lose his argument now. He says any team with Smurf turf doesn't excite me.
Yeah,
so you like the
here's
teal field?
Here's the bottom line for me. I don't mind playing like a Boise State or a Coastal Carolina. Let's just make it consistent. That's all I'm asking. Let's do a home and home. I mean, I know that it's, a pipe dream to have like a Michigan come to East Carolina, but that's what I want to see is just a little bit more consistency with some of the teams that we do face off against in our non-conference schedule.
Russ says both blue fields, one I can go to, the other I can't. So I think that sums up which one he likes. Is Chon excited about Noah Rogers, says Tyler.
No, because I don't know who that is.
Same. I feel bad. I guess I should know who that is. Tell us who that is, Tyler. Robert D wanted to play Boise. Ryan said, I was looking forward to Boise so much. Jamie says, I could see both sides. Boise State has trailed off. I do agree with that.
Now, if you gave me a choice to go see Coastal Carolina or Boise State, but Boise State, it had to be the bowl game in Hawaii. Gee, I wonder what I'm going to go to.
And then the Coastal game is in Birmingham.
Okay, no. That place is a dump. But, no. I'd rather, either way, look, I just want us to get back to the mentality of we'll play anybody, anywhere, anytime. But but the college football landscape is not the same as it was back then. So
John Gilbert said he didn't want to do 2-for-1s. I would rather do 2-for-1s. I would rather, if we could get whoever, like Georgia Tech here, play 2 in Atlanta, 1 here, I would do that. But I don't understand how all the money works and all that work. But I would like to. I want to get somebody here, and if we have to give up a little bit to get them here, I would do that.
Now let me ask you this: how much different is it from a scheduling standpoint to convince a school? Like, let's use Georgia Tech as an example. A Georgia Tech football team to come in here and play one game on a Saturday as opposed to, say, basketball. Because I don't think it was that difficult for Kim McNeil to get South Carolina to come here and play.
Well, that's a different deal.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's completely different.
What I'm asking is that when you're talking about getting these schools to agree to play you at your home field or figuring out the 2-1 situation, how much different is it from basketball to football?
No, Terry Holland was the only person to get an ACC school to come here, right?
I I would venture to think you were probably right.
There's probably other examples, but in his tenure, we had Clemson here, we had State here, we had Wake here. I haven't seen one since.
That's a good point. But, I mean, I'm sure that money is involved, and I'm sure there's probably TV rights involved somewhere in there, too, I'm sure. But I just don't know, why is it, just from the outside looking in, why is it so dang difficult to do it?
Russ says, Georgia Tech, 2-for-1, ew.
Well, I was just using that as an example.
Well, I used this as an example, but are you saying ew to the 2-for-1 idea as a whole or for Georgia Tech? Because I was just throwing out a ACC school.
Yeah.
Juan says, play one FCS game every other year to compensate for the extra away game in a 2-for-1. You don't have to play an FCS school every year. Robert says, gets Colorado on the schedule. Instant pub. Yeah, well, the problem is with scheduling, two have to agree to it.
And they're not going to come here. They're going to want us. They'll pay us to go up there for sure, but they're not coming down here. And that's where I feel like
coming.
That's where I feel like that's the rub.
Juan says Houston did it a lot. They got Texas Tech, Baylor on their schedule. I would do 2-for-1s if we could get attractive opponents here to Dowdy-Ficklen Stadium, because it's getting harder and harder to do that.
Yeah, but you also got to look at it from the standpoint of, who'd you say, Texas Tech and Baylor? They're Texas schools, so they're all in the same state.
I know that.
That's what I'm saying. And so
that's why I'm using Georgia Tech.
Okay, yeah,
because they're closer.
But I'm also thinking of the ACC schools that are here too.
Exactly. Yeah, which we do have Wake. We do have. Do we have the Dukies?
I don't think so, but you did mention NC State. So
State. Yeah, we got Wake. Yeah, we don't have Duke. State. And we've got 1 million games with Old Dominion.
And see, Wake is an interesting matchup to me because have they been here before? I don't know.
Yeah, I remember John Thompson era. I want to say.
Okay,
Wake
but it's been a while.
Oh,
it's been a while.
Been a while. No, I like that game.
I mean, that's an intriguing matchup because it's something we don't get to see very often.
And we might be getting them at the right time too. They seem to be on the way down. Although we won't play them until 2027. So the entire landscape of college football will be different by then.
I'll be over the hump by then.
Yeah, we'll have like entirely different new leagues and FBS, FCS, all that stuff.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what the landscape of college football will look like a year from now. No, not a year from now, 3 years from now.
All right, let's take another break. We'll come back. We'll wrap up a guest-free hour one, a hearty discussion on scheduling, recruiting, and thank you, chat gang. Take a break. More to go. Pirate Radio Live. Hour 2, we've got Mully. We've got Jacob Jenkins-Coward. Hour 3, we got Brian Bailey. And coming up Friday, Danny Beal.
Nice.
Oh.
DB in the house.
DB's going to kick off the show with
Danny Beal or intern Danny?
I'm not sure which one. Also, we got to get up with Joey, too, to get his picks.
Ooh.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we need
to make some picks on Friday.
I miss Joey.
I do, too.
And his fantastic head of lettuce.
I know. I miss it, too. We'll take a break, come back, wrap up hour 1 after this.
Hey, yo, tell them about yourself. Now you tease my plug one style. And me without my spectacles, you say plug 1 and 2 are hippies. No, we're not. That's for plug ball. Always. That's too damn bad!
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Holton Nailers, and the countdown is on for the launch of the Holton Nailers Show right here on Pirate Radio. I've got a ton of stories, big name guests, and more ready to go right here in January. Plus we'll have plenty of sports knowledge and laughs each week from the walk-ons Caden Norman, Drew Dotter, and Jack Powers. Subscribe to Pirate Radio TV on YouTube today, and we'll see you in January right here on Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
There's local politics, bud.
Here with Jeff Stein at Brown & Wood. It's a great time to buy a used vehicle.
It's not a great time, it's a perfect time to buy a used car from Brown & Wood. We have over 115 used vehicles in stock, and we're number one in the market on price. We have limited lifetime powertrain on all of our used cars under 80,000 miles, so go to brownandwoodauto.com to find out more. 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal: to make sure you leave a happy customer.
Turkey, ham, bacon, these and other meats are great around the holidays and every other day, but they all leave behind grease when you cook them, and grease is a real pain in the drain. When you pour grease down a drain, it cools and can clog sewer lines. That can lead to sewer spills, which are messy, bad for the environment, and can also be expensive. Never pour grease down the drain. Instead, collect it in a container like a used soup can or jar. Let it cool and throw it away in the trash. Together, we can protect our sewer system and the environment. For more information, go to guc.com.
North Carolina State Parks invites you to enjoy camping your way. With the weather changing, booking your own cabin is the perfect solution for your camping getaway. Reserve campsites or cabins today at Jones Lake, Goose Creek, and Cliffs of the Neuse. Whether you enjoy traditional camping or air-conditioned cabins that can be rented with Wi-Fi, your next adventure can include hiking, beautiful scenery, and sunsets by the campfire. For information on booking a cabin, visit ncparks.gov.
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas, which is the best for all you boat owners. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates.
I'm Caleb Stroud, the founder of Stroud's Marine. I grew up on the water and I've loved boating my entire life. In 2012, I decided to give back to the marine community by creating a way for boaters to order pre-owned salvaged marine parts online. Stroud's Marine was born to offer incredible prices and unparalleled customer service. We stand behind every part we sell, and our mission is to save you money and get you back on the water as quickly as possible. Visit StroudsMarine.com today for more information. Stroud's Marine, your best source for salvage outboard parts.
Wings Over has always been a great go-to for dinner or a late night snack, and it still is. But did you know you don't have to wait for dinner to get Wings Over? That's right. Wings Over Greenville is now open for lunch 7 days a week. Get Wings Over for lunch and have it delivered right to the office. Wings Over also caters so everyone at work can enjoy. Wings Over Greenville has over 20 flavors to choose from, including the limited edition Cajun garlic flavor. Order today by going online at wingsover.com or by calling 758-9464. Wings Over, they deliver.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has taken its flavor to the next level. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test. Starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
Pirate Radio.
We're not afraid of nobody.
The voice of the pirate nation.
Let's do this for Lisa.
Mother gazing out of her window, staring at a sun that she just can't touch.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Pirate Water. Get ready to party, pirates. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find your new treasure. 21 and older only. Pirate Water. Why be yourself when you can be a pirate? Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. University PC Care has been Pirate Nation's go-to IT expert since 2006 and are the local tech support experts for any of your business needs. Let University PC Care take care of it so you can take care of business. Visit universitypccare.com to learn more today. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, back with you, Pirate Radio Live on a Wednesday. Watched some college basketball last night. John, we had multiple chances to get on Miami. I told you during the game we should get on them. They beat Clemson at home last night. This is conference season. You're going to see home. Were they underdogs?
That by one.
Home underdog conferences, that's always an easy bet. Always. I watched NC State last night lose for 39 minutes and 45 seconds.
How about DJ Burns?
And DJ Burns scores at the end, and the Wolfpack steal one from Notre Dame. Also, I was going to bring this up with Nadeau, and hopefully we can talk to him next week. Notre Dame was trying to pull a Stanford. So Stanford, from what I gather, and this is what I wanted to talk to Nadeau about, they're not very good. They're 7-6 overall, but they already have conference wins against number 4 Arizona and on the road at UCLA. And I was thinking about that last night because Notre Dame was about to go 2-0 against Virginia and NC State, but instead,
after a terrible non-conference.
Yeah, they were bad.
Awful.
Yeah. Coming up tonight, Buccaneer Music Hall Scoreboard presented by Dubuck.
Dubuck.
Tulsa is 9-3. They are rolling in here on Sunday.
Yeah, they beat Rice last night.
That was Tulane.
I'm sorry.
Tulsa plays Memphis tonight.
Because Tulane is 9-3 as well. So that's why I got thrown there for a second.
So Tulsa has lost to Little Rock, Oral Roberts, and Oklahoma State. They have had a very weak schedule outside of that.
Javon Small still having success against the Hurricanes.
Ooh, that's the Golden Hurricane.
Oh, sorry. Golden Hurricane.
You're a sports guy, right?
I'm not a Tulsa guy.
All right. Memphis taking on Tulsa tonight. I hope Tulsa wins, and then we can have a classic letdown coming up Sunday. But Memphis, 9.5-point favorites. James Madison is 13-0, and they are number 19 in the country. How in the world are they winning at every sport?
Oh, man.
They are at Louisiana tonight. Pepperdine at number 24. Gonzaga. Colorado is 11-2, 2-0 in the Pac-12. They take on number 10, Arizona, coming up tonight.
James Madison beating Tom Izzo and the Michigan State Spartans.
Michigan State.
Michigan State Spartans earlier in the year. Undefeated, you say?
Tonight's going to be a tough night for some people. This is the first Thursday in how long with no football on?
I know.
That is...
that stinks.
Since like August. That is tough, Jeff.
Do you remember? I remember it being August and saying, all right, from here on out until about January.
Well, we've reached the finish line. It's a little sad.
6 months.
I'm already into college.
No, not 6 months, because the UFL starts, in March?
Whole Nailers, Arlington Renegade.
Yeah, you got football coming.
Oh, it's coming.
Oh, yeah.
It's coming.
It's coming.
Week 18 coming up this weekend. We will have, what do we got? A doubleheader Saturday, Shirley? Steelers, Ravens, Texans, Colts.
Correct, sir.
And we'll have our Sunday tripleheader, no Monday Night Football, on the final week of the regular season.
And I do believe the Sunday night game is the Dolphins-Bills.
It is.
Which, thank goodness, because, even though my Dolphins got spanked by the Ravens, I would have thought that, that game would have been shown here locally instead of, the Panthers-Jaguars. And I was very upset about that.
Hey, you got to see probably the biggest NFL story of the weekend on national TV.
I don't care about Tepper launching a drink, although that was hilarious. We were watching something earlier that the comment was David Tepper's throw.
That was the best throw.
That was the best throw that the Panthers had all year.
You think that's funny, Chandler?
That was good.
You think that's funny, Chandler?
It was pretty good.
That was so good.
You think that's funny, Chandler?
My God.
Let's take a break. We'll come back. Hour 2. We'll talk to the Mully man.
Such a smart ass.
Depressed Panthers fan, Chan. Depressed Commanders fan, Clip. And soon to be depressed Dolphins fan, Shirley.
Hey, it was fun while it lasted, because it's been a long time since we've gone this far by being happy.
Hell yeah, you'll take that. And if they win Sunday, home playoff game.
With all the injuries we have, I'll take it.
Yeah. All right, we'll be back with you, Pirate Radio Live, on a Thursday after this.
But all the praying just ain't helping at all, 'cause he can't seem to keep himself out of trouble. So
The arrival of a new year offers many the hope for a fresh beginning that presents exciting opportunities for a rewarding future. Pitt County Schools encourages you to become engaged with an award-winning school system that is centered around educational and leadership advantages because we are hiring. If you are looking for a great place to work that offers competitive pay, advancement opportunities, and personal growth, we invite you to join our team to help ensure success for the posterity of Eastern North Carolina. To fill out an application, please visit our website today at pittschools.org. That's pittschools.org. Help us grow minds and invest in our future through 38 schools and one community, as education is truly a team effort. Pitt County Schools, where we engage, empower, and elevate.
Attention athletes and fans. Tiebreakers is looking for all-stars. Do you know an athlete who made a game-winning play, scored an amazing touchdown, or hit a huge home run? We're scouting Eastern North Carolina for this month's most outstanding athlete. Go to tiebreakersathlete.com to nominate your favorite player for the prestigious Athlete of the Month award. Tiebreakers, shining a light on the athletes that make Eastern North Carolina proud. Submit your nomination now at tiebreakersathlete.com.
Are you struggling with weight loss? It might be 15 pounds or 115 pounds. It seems like losing weight involves too much exercise and not enough food. Well, no more. Semaglutide is an FDA-approved treatment offered by ArcPoint Labs. Dr. John Bruce, a board-certified bariatric surgeon, will consult and oversee your entire weight loss journey. Transform yourself and get ready for the beach next summer. This program is safe, cost-effective, and has a physician oversight. Call ArcPoint Labs today at 514-8049.
While you're sleeping, our whole hogs are slow cooking over wood to create that bite that Eastern North Carolina is known for. I'm Sam Jones, and for more than 3 generations, my folks have been the torchbearers for what whole hog barbecue is supposed to be. At Sam Jones, you'll find plenty of smoke, but no mirrors. Everything, and I mean everything, is made fresh daily, including our sides, sweets, and sauces. Come on over and see us at Sam Jones Barbecue, and I bet you'll be able to taste our passion in just one bite. Sam Jones Barbecue, Fire Tower Road.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Good news, business travelers. PGV and American Airlines has added a new early morning flight available now. Book today at aa.com and be on time for that connection in Charlotte. Fast, convenient, and close to home, PGV has American flights perfect for your next trip. PGV, where the Pirates fly.
Before anyone walks into your business, the outside is what they see. Make sure your first impression is a good impression with the right curb appeal. Hi, this is Daniel Andrews from Dan Andrews Lawn Service. We specialize in making your business look great. Let us handle all your professional landscaping needs. We do it all so you don't ever have to worry. Residential services are also available. Call us today at 717-8006 and we'll come out and give you a free quote. Taking care of your landscaping needs is all we do, and we've been doing it for over 20 years. You can trust our reliable team at Dan Andrews Lawn Service, covering all of Eastern North Carolina.
Seared Shop House, Greenville's go-to restaurant for premium scratch-made entrees, paired with an impressive selection of wines and cocktails. Seared Shop House. Whether you're celebrating an anniversary, birthday, a special night out, or just want to have the best meal in town, come see why Seared is the place where great atmosphere and great food collide. Seared is now open for lunch Monday through Friday, and be sure to stop in for the best brunch in town Saturday and Sunday. They also offer pickup and delivery. Head to SearedShopHouse.com for online ordering.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 at 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Country Mart. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations, in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food and your engines with great gasoline. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back, Pirate fans. Did you know there's thousands of special needs children and adults right here in our community that love ECU athletics as much as you do? Robbie's Clubhouse is a local nonprofit organization that can turn your unused ECU tickets into a fun day for a family with special needs.
If you can't make it to the next Pirate game, simply call 1-800-DIAL-ECU and donate and designate your tickets for Robbie's Clubhouse. If you know of a family that needs tickets to a game, call Robbie's Clubhouse at 252-916-9117. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, back with you, Pirate Radio Live. I would, I see who Noah Rogers is now. NC State has landed a commitment from former Ohio State wide receiver and 4-star transfer Noah Rogers. Chandler's fired up. State.
Too bad we won't hear Noah Gray. Because this is the last year, which I am truly.
And because his name's Noah Rogers. So 2 reasons we won't hear that.
Yeah. Noah Gray is the tight end for the Chiefs.
Who's going to be the state play-by? Wait a minute.
Uh-oh.
Have we just put the puzzle together? Is that why you're going to Raleigh?
No.
To fill in to be
Touchdown State,
the Gary Hahn impersonator? Let's head out to the Pirate Radio Live line. The Mully Man joins us, Mike Mullis, here on the show. Happy New Year, Mully.
Same to you, buddy. You know, that creates the debate we have every year. Do we do this till the middle of June, or are we good, one and done?
Well, me and you are done. I think if you say it to a person, you don't repeat it to that person. But again, if you're talking to them for the first time and it's January 10th, I think it's still okay to drop a Happy New Year if you see them for the first time this year.
Okay, I'm good with that.
Yeah. There is a cutoff date, but, you know, I think it's okay. Mully, what's on your sports mind?
Man, you know what? Thankfully, you were able to correct me on my fear that the Packers were out of the playoffs. So that's good. We're still alive in the fight. And I heard you say the other day you'd kind of become a little.
Mully, you there? Mully, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay, Mully? I'm going to take that as a no. Folks, we have lost Mully. Mully is gone. Why are you calling Shirley? Just call him back. 999-0001. We have lost Mully. Chandler's panicking. Shirley had left the room. She's back. We don't know what to do. How do we go on? I can't wait to say Happy New Year to Mully again when we get him back on. This was all a plan. All right, I think we got Mully back. Thank you, Shirley, by the way. Chandler was freaking out. Mully, Happy New Year.
Yeah, this is Groundhog Day. Rinse and repeat. No, so we'll pick right back up.
All right, you mentioned the Packers, and then you said one more thing you heard me say. What did I say?
Well, and you were talking about being a little despondent with your Commanders and really kind of, done for next year. And I was almost there with the Packers. And obviously, I understand your situation. I couldn't, I couldn't watch that mess either if I was a Commanders fan. But
well, you were there with the Packers like week 5 or 6 or something, right?
Yeah, look, man, it's been a tale of 2 seasons. I mean, Jordan Love has been great and Jordan Love has been bad, and it's just kind of who shows up. So, right now, it'll be interesting. And at least, Sunday's going to be full of bad games, or the weekend. So at least we'll have, it'll have a little preseason feel with some games, and at least we have the Packers, a handful of games where teams are still fighting, for the playoffs.
Well, and then you got a cold January 4:25, so it's going to be dark game at Lambeau Field to settle up in the living room and watch. So I mean that's a good thing. The Bears are 7-9, by the way. How did the Bears win 7 games? They weren't eliminated from the playoffs, I think, till last week. So the Packers are only a 3-point favorite at home against Justin Fields and the Bears.
Yeah, no, all the controversy the Bears have had, I say controversy, I guess, questions about quarterback play. And, that is a rivalry game, and I'm sure that the Bears are going to give it their best bolt. They love to, they love to beat the Packers and vice versa. So it should be an entertaining football game.
Looking forward to a Sunday. 2 games on Saturday. Steelers-Ravens. Steelers still fighting for a playoff spot. They need some stuff to happen. Texans-Colts, whoever wins that game is in the playoffs. So a couple of important games Saturday before we get to NFL Sunday. Mully, watched a little bit of Michigan and Bama with you, some of the first half on Monday, and you thought the Tide would roll. And at certain points, it felt like it was going to go that way. But Michigan, hey, they're tough, and they get to drive late when they need it. What'd you think about that game?
Yeah, you're right, man. I was all over. I mean, I thought, again, we're kind of sitting there into the first quarter, maybe even a little before that. It looked like, okay, here goes the Tide. They're going to do their thing. And just basically it kind of felt like they may run Michigan out of the stadium for a very brief part of that game, but then, they go to halftime 13-10 the other way, and Michigan kind of, just kind of hung around, and then you're right, they put it together when they had to, and, interesting play calls down there with the game on the line for Alabama, but, I mean, Michigan played great, and, I know next we're going to move on to the Washington-Texas game, which I was freaking wrong on that one, too. But, man, did Washington look good.
One thing you were right about, Mully, we got into a bit of a tiff, a kerfuffle, when you said that the game should be played on Sunday. And I said, nah, you can't play them on NFL Sunday. But what you could do is start them a little earlier on Monday. And I guess I'm becoming a bit of an old man. But that game being on until, did it get to 1 a.m.? It was definitely 12 a.m. and beyond. It might have got to 1. But yeah, that one was on late. Did you finish that game, Mully?
No. That was a next morning, wake up and pull it up and see how it ended. It was, too late for me, man. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of interesting. Now I guess I'm all in on Washington for the Natty. I mean, I guess, just because Michigan has obviously had some interesting spotlight this year, and maybe I've had enough for the Wolverines for the year, but I mean, we'll see. Penix is playing himself into a position to really improve his draft stock.
Yeah,
and all of a sudden he's a guy that you're like, man, I gotta like him better than Williams or Drake May. I mean, I'm super impressed with Penix. What a player. Going back to his time at Indiana, the whole thing was him staying healthy. So now, maybe that he's proven he can do that at least to this point in the season. We'll see how he can settle this thing up.
Mike Mullis joining us, Pirate Radio Live Line here on a Thursday. Coming up next, we'll talk some baseball with Jacob Jenkins-Coward, and about that time of the year, Mully, when the temperatures are low and the boys get out there and start getting loose.
Yeah, look, man, even back to, grade school days, I always loved, the Christmas and now, that's great. And let's get on through this, because now it's baseball season. It's kind of that turning of the page. So I'm excited. I'm excited to get out there and see the Pirates. Really excited to see the freshman center fielder, and obviously your Savage getting great accolades today, and with Root. I mean, I look, man, I think it lines up to be an interesting season. The schedule, I'm a huge fan of the schedule. A lot of games that can make you reminisce a little bit the old CAA, and a lot of regional competition. So yeah, man, it's on us. It's baseball season. It won't be long, and pitchers and catchers will be reporting for spring training, and the boys of summer will be back.
Mully in North Carolina, obviously on that schedule. UNCW, Campbell, Elon, NC State, all the locals. Charlotte is a conference game now. Duke is on the schedule. No games have been played, still a ways from that, but you talk to folks. Do you know who in the state of North Carolina is is ECU the top dog? Who are the teams to beat in the state this year?
Well, every one of those teams you just named think they are. I mean, but maybe Elon's a little bit of an outlier and not quite sure what Duke has on the mound. I will tell you that probably if you were playing a interstate series and you included Wake Forest in that with the pitching they have, they're pretty special. And then that's the beauty of North Carolina. You named a lot of really quality clubs there, and a lot of clubs that you would expect, would be in regionals. So I don't know that there is a clear-cut favorite right now outside of probably Wake as to who would be the best team in the state. But certainly the Pirates will be in the mix at the end, you would expect, and same with the Tar Heels and the Pack. So, let's it's exciting, man. We're spoiled by, the level of college baseball that we get just coming into our, into our backyard every summer, every spring.
Mully, speaking of baseball, and I haven't brought this up on the air yet. We talked about it off the air and with another baseball guy, Malcolm Gray, and everybody kind of had the same reaction. Chris Sale is an Atlanta Brave, and wow, okay, Jacob Jenkins-Cowart Braves fan is fired up. My thought was kind of, what is Chris Sale in 2024? He was 6-5 last year, ERA at 4.30. He is, years removed from his best stuff, but we'll see if he's still got something. Has not been an all-star since 2018. So I don't know. That it kind of just surprised me. They did need some help in that rotation and some pitching depth and another starter, so they got one. I just don't know what he is at this point in his career.
Well, he's a little wealthier. If I'm not mistaken, they bumped him a year, so he's got 2 years left. And did I read that he got like $30 million or something today? But anyway, you're right. I don't know what they're getting, and I think it goes a long way to kind of show you that there's a huge need. It's kind of like the NFL and quarterbacks. There's a huge need for experienced, veteran arms at the big league level, and the Braves are gambling that he can be, he can give them just enough to kind of get them over the hump. So, good for him, and like you said, we were happy to be together when that news kind of broke or that day, and it was it's kind of puzzling, but they clearly they've got guys making lots of money to make those decisions, and they feel like they had a guy that could help them.
And I see this a lot now, and I think it's due to the run the Braves had, but a lot of guys that sign with Atlanta now, it comes out that they were Braves fans growing up, and I saw the same earlier today about Chris Sale. Floridian, grew up a Braves fan. His first autograph was Chipper Jones when Sale was 12 years old and attended a camp. So it seems like everybody was a front-running Braves fan, although it does seem like Atlanta gets a lot of local guys to come play with them at some point in their career, but just found that interesting.
You know what, Clint? Moreover, does it seem like that Chipper Jones is that much older than Chris?
Yeah, true.
They seem it kind of seems. I don't know. Chipper, I guess Chipper's. Well, he's probably 55 or so now, something like that. So
Chris Sale is. How old do you think Chris Sale is?
I'm going to go like 37.
Yeah, you think he's older? He's 34.
Okay, well, yeah. He's just been around an awful long time.
Yeah. My favorite Chris Sale story is when they rolled out the throwback jerseys. Do you know what I'm talking about? Let me pull this up real quick.
No, go with it.
All right, Chris Sale got sent home from the White Sox because he threw a temper tantrum. What year is this? 2016. So he was so mad the team had to wear the throwback uniforms that he was uncomfortable in. He cut up the jerseys so none of the players would be able to wear them. He thought the throwbacks were uncomfortable. He cut the jerseys up with a pair of scissors and was sent home early from the team.
Yeah, I'd say that's a little bit of a temper tantrum.
Oh, I'm looking at them now. These are not like faux backs. These are legit, no button up, Mully. They got the collar. You know what I'm talking about? like the real old jerseys. So
Yeah, the high collar, like the wool look kind of used. Yep.
So Chris Sale, not a fan of those. Cut him up, and he's had a lot of great days on the mound, but I still remember him from that story. All right, Mully, anything else before we let you run today?
No, buddy, just, man, like I said, looking forward to, seeing a little baseball get started. And, hey, it's kind of it's an interesting time of the year with sports. I was having this conversation the other day. I'll start paying a little more attention to college basketball primarily, and when football gets over, and then it's just a matter of pushing to mid-February, and we get baseball.
All right, maybe a trip to Minji's on Sunday, Mully. Little Pirate hoops.
You know what? That we could certainly do that.
So that'll be at 3. Packers start at 4:25. You could at least get the first half and really catch the whole game, and then you'll be ready to go for second quarter of the Packers. That'd be a good sports day.
That's perfect.
Yep.
That's perfect.
All right, Mully, man. Thanks for joining us.
Okay, buddy. Talk to y'all soon.
Mike Mullis on the Pirate Radio Live line. Somebody commented on YouTube. Jamie said, Mully sounds happy. It is a new year. Eric said, give it a few minutes, Jamie. Y'all are the ones antagonizing Mully now. It's certainly not me anymore. It's you guys. You guys want angry Mully. But he's not giving you what you want. At least not yet. I'm sure we'll make him mad about something soon.
Oh, by the way, speaking of Jamie, he's doing what a lot of people are doing right now, and that's not doing good with their New Year's resolutions. His New Year's resolution was to stop, hammering me and making fun of me and bad comments, and there's been several comments this week.
You need to clean that up,
disrespecting
Jamie.
me.
Did you make any New Year's resolutions?
Drink more water.
Okay.
And I got a water bottle. Hold on just a second. I can show you guys.
You are so trendy. You're like my daughter, my 14-year-old daughter.
I got a water bottle.
You got a cool. She wanted a Stanley. Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. She got one of them. She's got like 17 water bottles. It's nuts.
I have 3, and I use all 3.
Yeah.
And that's it.
So, Jamie says, what? Are you sure Jamie made that? He doesn't know what you're talking about.
I swear.
By the moon and the stars in the sky?
Yes.
All right.
Well done, sir.
Brad says, Chris Sale is the same thing he's been the last 3 years with the Sox. Thanks, Atlanta. Okay, Brad. I think he'll be all right.
Hey, you took him off our hands? We're good.
I'll see what Jacob Jenkins-Cowart has to say about Chris Sale being a Brave. We'll take a break. When we return, JC joins us inside the Pirate Radio studios. More to go, Pirate Radio Live here on a Thursday. Back with you after this.
Holt Naylor turns, and Holt will take off and run himself. He's at the 40-yard line. Holt Naylor's to the 30. Look at him go! 20, 10, 5, touchdown Pirates!
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Holt Naylors, and I can't wait for you to join me for the Holt Naylors Show starting in January, right here on Pirate Radio. The Holt Naylors Show is a brand new podcast that will explore my take on what's happening in the world of sports, provide a deep dive into my playing career, including stories that fans have never heard of before, and feature big name guests that I've met on and off the field, like current and former players from all kinds of sports, ESPN and media personalities, and more. I will host the show each week with some of my best friends and former teammates known as the Walk-Ons, because they are all former Walk-Ons. Cade Norman, Drew Dotter, and Jack Powers' sports knowledge, wit, and humor will keep our audience engaged and always wanting more. Plus, keep me honest and pushing me to bring my best every day, like they always have done. See you in January, Pirate Nation, right here on the voice of the Pirate Nation.
There's local politics, bud.
Switching is easy. We do it all the time. We switch on the lights. We switch TV channels. Some of us switch partners while square dancing. Well, that's a stretch. But what's not a stretch is how you can switch and save with State Farm. In fact, this is State Farm agent Timothy Sawyer right here in Greenville. We can switch your auto and home insurance so you can start saving today. My team and I are ready to welcome you to the State Farm neighborhood. With Timothy Sawyer State Farm, it's easy to switch and save. Just give us a call, 493-0002. Like a good neighbor, neighbor, State Farm is there.
Be sure to check out David Price Construction for all of your commercial or custom residential renovation and building needs. Run by ECU alumni, David Price Construction specializes in commercial projects, maintenance on facilities, and large-scale residential renovations and additions. Proud to be voted the Remodeler of the Year by the Home Builders Association of Raleigh-Wake County in 2018 and Best Business Commercial Remodel Project winner for 2020. David Price Construction, the proud ECU Home Services partner.
Basketball season is Bud Light season. Bud Light is America's favorite light beer and the official beer of the ECU Pirates. Whether you're headed to watch a game in person or a viewing party with friends, be sure to pick up or order some Bud Light and enjoy the game. Bud Light carefully brews their beer to be perfect for anywhere there's fun, because when there's fun, Bud Light is there. Have fun this basketball season, Pirate Nation, and always stay in the game, and please drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Go Pirates!
This is Dr. Josiah Duke from Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center. Our practice has been caring for the athletes at ECU and the residents of Eastern North Carolina for more than 35 years. Whether it's treatment for your sports injury or it's that time for a joint replacement, Orthopedics East provides the latest in operative and non-operative orthopedic care. We also offer on-site physical therapy and MRI services, as well as walk-in urgent care on weekends from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Call us at 757-BONE or visit us online at orthoeast.com. Go Pirates!
Saturdays are your day to kick back, relax, and have fun. That's why Otavola Market Cafe is the perfect place to go for dinner, drinks, and takeout. Otavola is open every Saturday at 4 p.m. on the bar side, serving a special selection of menu favorites of appetizers, pastas, and specialty pizzas. Whether it's dine-in, takeout, or drinks with friends, Otavola is the best choice every Saturday starting at 4 o'clock. Visit OttavolaMarket.com to see what's new, and visit Otavola on Red Banks Road every Saturday starting at 4. Otavola, Pirates supporting Pirates.
Have you ever seen those exotic aquariums like the guys do in Las Vegas on television? You ever thought about having one of these aquariums in your business? It's more affordable than you think. This is Hal Pruitt with RentAFishTank.com. We can make having an aquarium in your business turnkey with no work, cleaning, or hassles for you. RentAFishTank.com creates a relaxing atmosphere and keeps children occupied. RentAFishTank.com already services many dental, pediatric, and doctor offices, plus hospitals and senior living centers. Check us out at RentAFishTank.com.
This is ECU assistant football coach Roy Tesh, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
Everybody, come on! Hey!
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Beauty Bar Metaspa. Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, and get rid of unwanted hair? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Visit beautybarmetaspa.com to set up a free consultation. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Be sure to visit one of ECU graduate Brandon Tate's U.S. Cellular locations and experience the highest standard of customer service. The purpose of the Atlantic Wireless Store experience is to inform, illuminate, and inspire. Find the location near you at AtlanticWireless.com. Atlantic Wireless, we go beyond the call. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, thank you, Shirley Rhodes. My hoodie twin today, John Honeycutt here as well, and joining us in the Pirate Radio studios, East Carolina outfielder Jacob Jenkins-Coward. Happy New Year to you, Jacob. How you doing, man?
Good. How are you?
Doing fantastic. And you fellas about to get back at it on the baseball diamond. Exciting time. We were talking to Mully a moment ago, and he is a baseball lifer as a player, as a coach, and I only have minimal years in baseball as a little leaguer and freshman team D.H. Conley, but I do remember the January, February practices, and there's a hint of excitement because you're getting back at it, but also it's pretty darn brutal out there. So how do you feel about this time of year, excitement versus the 30, 40-degree temperatures?
I think it's all about when the sun goes down. So we practice in the afternoon, and the sun's up, it's bearable.
All right.
Now, once we get into those night games, you really got to persevere.
Yeah. It gets pretty cold that second week of the season here in Greenville and the surrounding areas. So you guys you said you're getting back to practice tomorrow, and you said you got a lot of meetings coming up, and we're talking about the reading materials you had to read, and as far as team building and culture and things like that. And you brought up the name John Gordon. You said you read a John Gordon book, and John Gordon is coming to Greenville in March. And if you want to be a part of that and hear that, you can contact Jonathan Ellerby at ellerby@pirate.radio1250.com. Reserve your table today. But JC, you said you're a fan of John Gordon and his books.
Yeah, we've been over a couple of his books. We've been over the Energy Bus, and I just read The Power of a Positive Team, which it's really good stuff.
What, and I guess you'll have to talk about this. Give us a preview. What did you learn, pick up from that?
It's really process over outcome oriented, and then culture versus results. So, building the culture to grow the results. There's a quote that talks about investing in the roots of the tree, not the fruit, because the roots grow the fruit.
The man, you blew,
process grows the outcome.
You blew my mind. And yeah, the outcome is usually positive for East Carolina baseball, but that comes from everything you're talking about that goes into it. So it's not just lip service. Cliff Godwin talks about it a lot, but it's a real thing. It leads to those fruits.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And I don't know, did you always have this mindset, or have you kind of grown into it as an older player now?
No, I mean, especially coming in high school, there's not much. It's high school is the closest thing you have to a team. But travel ball and stuff like that, getting recruited, everybody's in it for themselves, trying to get to the next level. But no, we are at the next level. We're at the highest level of collegiate sports. So we're really all bought into the team now. It's not really about us anymore.
Jacob Jenkins-Cowart joining us inside the Pirate Radio studios. Jacob, what's kind of your focus your first week back at practice? Is it just kind of getting back into the swing of things? Do you hit the ground running? What are you looking forward to the most?
Yeah, we hit the ground going. I'd say my biggest point of emphasis is going to be making sure the younger guys are ready to get back into it, making sure everybody's on the same page and that we're hitting the ground running.
How much work are you doing day in, day out when you're away from the team, when you're on break?
Yeah, the days pretty much started to fade together as the break went on. I had a really long break, but I'd wake up in the morning, hit, throw, lift, and then kind of just hang out the rest of the day. But I try to get my work done in the morning so I have the rest of my day to spend time with family and stuff like that.
Are you able to do good Christmas eating like the rest of us, or do you have to watch what you eat?
I'm allowed to eat everything. I've been on weight gain since the day I got here.
Nice. So. All right, good deal. What'd you eat? What were the goodies you had?
We do so my family does a Christmas breakfast. So
it's like a casserole, or
it's every breakfast food you can think of.
Yeah.
So we got eggs, bacon, sausage. You ever heard of liver mush?
Pudding? Heard of it, never had it.
It's elite stuff.
Really?
Very rare Southern food.
It doesn't sound good.
It doesn't, but it tastes good. I'll put it that way.
What does it entail? Do you know?
No idea.
It doesn't matter.
I'd say it's similar to sausage.
Okay. Let me take a gander.
It's definitely pork.
Ah, interesting. What do you? It looks like sausage.
Yeah.
What do you eat it with? Do you put anything on it?
You can. A lot of us mix it into eggs.
Yeah.
But you can eat it by itself too.
It looks like something I'd eat.
Yeah. It's just like a little softer than sausage.
All right. I'd give it a shot, no doubt. Jacob Jenkins-Coward joining us, Pirate Radio Studios. Mentioned John Gordon a moment ago. 15-time best-selling author, keynote speaker, global influencer. John Gordon is coming to Greenville in March. He will be our featured guest at the Pirate Radio Luncheon coming up Monday, March the 18th. So don't miss out on the opportunity to enhance your mindset, improve your leadership skills, and create a better future for you and your team. Reserve a table by contacting Ellerby at pirate.radio1250.com. And Jacob, you got to be big fans of Pirate Radio. We brought Dale Murphy and now John Gilbert to Greenville. Now, you missed out on Murph because you had a road game.
We had a road trip, and I'm very thankful for you guys for getting my jersey signed.
Who did I say?
You said Gilbert, yeah. I was just going to let it ride.
We brought him here, too, and he's here. But, yes, John Gordon coming here. Yeah, so you got the Murphy autograph.
Yeah, I was very thankful for that. Even though I couldn't be there, I got my jersey signed. But, I can no longer wear it. That's kind of a downside.
Yeah.
But it is framed on the wall now.
Let's see. You got some questions coming in. Jamie says travel ball is kind of becoming a sore subject at the teen level, whether it's worth it or not for players and families with the money being spent. What's your thoughts on travel ball? Is it worth it?
It is a necessity to be seen. If you're good, they'll find you. Goes to there's limits to that.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to put yourself in front of the eyes that need to see you. And I was blessed enough that my parents put me in front of all the eyes possible. So,
yeah, and that's a good point because the game has changed now, where coaches just aren't going to high schools as much, right?
Yeah, I mean, you go to tournaments in Florida and Georgia, and there's 50 college scouts at a game. They're not really going out of their way to go to smaller schools anymore.
Mr. Lell says, when you move to North Carolina, you need to pick liver mush or pudding. So is it different?
I mean, this liver mush and liver pudding are like the same thing. It's just two different ways to say it.
Maybe it's two different ways to say it. Is that what he's saying?
Yeah, I guess. I call it liver mush, though. It's quicker.
Fair enough. Jamie says, I coached organized ball forever, had to deal with travel ball. Did you play any Legion ball, or were you all?
Yeah, we played a little bit of junior Legion with my high school, but not much.
Yeah. Ryan says, I work in youth sports. Travel ball is not all it's cracked up to be, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely pros and cons to it. To Jacob's point, he wanted to get eyes on him, so you did it,
I'll say,
and here you are.
The crazy thing is it expands to 8-year-olds driving to Florida. That's a little much.
Right.
You know
okay.
Like,
yeah.
There's no college scouts out there watching 8-year-olds. But when you get into high school, I'd say it's something that needs to be done.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. That's a very good point. Do we need little kids out there running around in Florida? We mentioned a moment ago Chris Sale joining the Braves. Now you had a strong reaction to it. You excited about it?
Every season, if you look at it, every season that he's been healthy for a full season has been a high caliber year.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I'm clinging on to, is that he is healthy for the whole season and just kind of bolsters the rotation for us.
Yeah, I mean, you've got Freed, you've got. Is Charlie Morton giving it another year? I think he is.
Yeah, he is. Strider.
Yeah, Spencer Strider. And
Elder.
So yeah, and they always have like three guys that you haven't really heard of in the minors that'll come up and win some games as well. Ryan says the parents think there are scouts watching the 8-year-olds, so might be. Pirate GT says college camps are more important in my opinion if you want to be seen, and it's cheaper.
Yeah, it's all whatever.
How many camps did you go to? Countless?
I think 5.
Were you do you get invited to those, or? Yeah.
Either or. You can sign up.
You go
take an invite.
To the camps here?
Yes, one, yeah.
Where else did you
go? Virginia Tech, a couple other schools. But
if you weren't at East Carolina, where would you be? Who were you the next closest to signing with? Committing to?
I didn't have any other offers because I took this one on the spot. So,
what year were you when you took this?
It was my January of my sophomore year.
All right, so they got on you early, and you got on them early.
Yeah, once I came to the camp here, I kind of had my mind made up.
Awesome. And what was that due to?
Really, the culture was a big thing, like we just talked about earlier, and then the fans. I mean, nobody wants to play in front of a silent stadium.
Who were the leaders when you were a sophomore in high school? Who were like the team leaders here at ECU at the time?
Burley, Brickhouse, Packard were here.
Great group, yeah.
Yeah. So watching those highlights, the regional with State, Campbell, and Quinnipiac.
Oh man, yeah.
That was when I was getting recruited.
Jake Agnos against NC State came to legendary performance. Speaking of camps, Cliff Godwin baseball camp tweeted out just 40 minutes ago some summer youth camp dates. Youth camp 1, June 24th to 28th, 2, July 8th to the 12th, and 3, July 15th through the 19th. You can go to cliffgodwinbaseballcamp.com and sign up. There's a link on X where they tweeted this out, Cliff Collin Baseball Camp. And have you been able to be a part of this as a, I don't know, instructor or helper? Or you enjoy working with the kids?
Yeah, it's a really good time. I've worked camps for 2 summers now, so we'll probably be going on a 3rd this summer.
Let's take a break. Jack says, all this just to lose to the Phils in the playoffs again.
83-win Phils. Yeah, I guess you're good when it matters.
That they are. It stinks. At least they didn't win the big one, though. Let's take a break. We'll come back. Exactly. More with Jacob Jenkins-Coward. If you got a question, you can get it in on Facebook, YouTube, or X. Jenny says, I think I saw Danny Beal jogging down M Street today. It was either that or just another Caucasian male. We'll ask Danny tomorrow when he joins us. Were you running down Elm Street today? We'll talk.
Go with a hard no there.
Okay, you think it was just another dude, just some random Greenvillian. But thank you, Jenny, for chiming in. We'll take a timeout. Come back. More to go after this.
Whoa, whoa. Come on, and everyday people, all the everyday people, hands up.
Do you ever talk to yourself about where to eat today, and then you hear
Warren's hot dogs?
Then you're thinking, yeah, 2 hot dogs, chips, and a drink for only $6.25 would be awesome.
Warren's hot dogs.
And maybe some homemade lemonade, perhaps a pizza or a sub, and definitely an apple or peach turnover.
Warren's hot dogs.
Don't overthink where to eat today. Go to Warren's Hot Dogs in Greenville across from Ron Ayers or in Chocowinity next to the fire station. Warren's Hot Dogs, serving the Pirate Nation since 1991. Go Pirates!
Hey Pirate Nation, Lindsey Gray here with Carolina Caliber. In 1960, my granddaddy started his firearm business right here in Eastern NC. Still family owned and operated, we have the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and accessories and are one of the nation's top firearm dealers. At Carolina Caliber, we have everything you need from hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. We buy, sell, and trade. It's a time-honored tradition. Visit us at Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville.
Hey Pirate Nation, be sure to have the best and comfortable shoes with a stop at Fleet Feet. This is ECU alum Chris Lunyon, owner of Fleet Feet of Greenville, and we provide solutions through one-on-one service to runners, walkers, and everyone in between. Fleet Feet has the tools and technology to get you in the right shoe, including a 3D foot scanner that measures arch height, width, and more. Come visit us at 207 East Arlington Boulevard in the old Gordon's Golf location. Fleet Feet, we run for you.
This is Brian Harris with 360 Golf Carts, Pitt County's go-to shop for all things golf carts. We have E-Z-Go, club car, and utility carts to choose from. Whether it's for the beach, riding around the neighborhood, or working in the yard, 360 Golf Carts has the perfect ride for you. If you have issues with your current cart, take it by my shop for an expert's diagnosis. From parts to sales to service, we have you covered. We will even deliver right to you. So come see me, Brian Harris, on Highway 43, just past D.H. Conley High School. 360 Golf Carts, Pirates supporting Pirates.
Hi, I'm Walker Allen Volova, and I'm with CopyPro. CopyPro has been locally owned and operated here in Eastern North Carolina for over 50 years. CopyPro is the leader in office technology. Does your business struggle with keeping printing costs low or producing professional documents? Here at CopyPro, total satisfaction is our #1 priority. We have a variety of solutions to help reduce your printing expenses and make your business more productive. Call us today at 1-800-682-6558 or online at copypro.net. CopyPro, we are the professional office systems people.
Here today with Tracy Ayers from ENC Pirate Realty, and you guys are more than real estate agents.
Right. We also do homeowners association management, and this is for communities that have a need for professional management. We provide services that include accounting, dues collection, inspections, and maintenance of your community. Protecting your property value is important, and having professional HOA management will protect your investment now and in the future. If you have real estate or HOA management questions, contact us at encpiraterealty.com. Go Pirates!
What's even better than going to Jimmy John's? The great taste of Jimmy John's coming to you. Check out their convenient catering bundle, including a 12-pack of half sandwiches made with fresh baked bread, hand-sliced meats, and fresh veggies, plus 2 premium sides, 15 chips, and 15 desserts, all for one great price. You can also choose an a la carte option. Pick it up, or they'll set it up for you. And don't forget Jimmy John's loyalty app with a free sandwich after your first visit. Jimmy John's in Greenville and Wilson, and online at jimmyjohns.com. GreensvilleAutoBonds.com.
Hey you. Yeah, you. Have you heard? Greenville Auto World is under new ownership and is now part of the DriveHereNow.com network. DriveHereNow.com is run by local people who buy, service, detail, and sell everything directly to you. Greenville Auto World is now the 5th dealership to join the DriveHereNow.com network. Get car shopping today at DriveHereNow.com and choose a location near you. DriveHereNow.com, serving Eastern North Carolina for over 47 years and proud supporter of the Pirates.
This is Tim Doust, ECU Football Special Teams Coordinator, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of Pirate Nation.
Y'all feel that?
Whoa, whoa, yeah.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Beauty Bar Metaspa. Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, and get rid of unwanted hair? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Visit beautybarmetaspa.com to set up a free consultation. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. 15-time best-selling author, keynote speaker, and global influencer John Gordon is coming to Greenville in March. John was ranked number 6 as one of the top leadership speakers in the world and will be our featured guest at the Pirate Radio Luncheon on Monday, March 18th. Don't miss out on this huge opportunity to enhance your mindset, improve your leadership skills, and create a better future for you and your team. To reserve a table, contact Jonathan Ellerby at PirateRadio1250.com. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, a few more minutes to go with Jacob Jenkins-Coward. We'll talk to BB, Brian Bailey, coming up in hour number 3. During the break, had an event with the ECU baseball team and down on Main Street. I guess was that in December?
Early December,
November?
Late November.
Yeah. And JC enjoyed it so much. You said you went back on your own recently.
Yeah.
And what'd you get to eat there?
I don't remember the exact menu name, but it is their like #1 classic cheeseburger, and it comes with 2 sides. It was fantastic.
Yeah, you highly recommend.
Highly recommend, but don't. I mean, if you're going to go on a Friday night, you better be willing to wait because everybody else is going to.
And you said it was worth the wait.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, there you go, friends at Down on Main Street. Coming up next Tuesday, Jeff Palumbo will join us here in the Pirate Radio studios. Coming up next Thursday, Austin Knight, ECU pitching coach, will join us. So Palumbo works with the infielders, correct? Yes. Austin Knight, obviously the pitching coach. And I was looking at the staff. I was going to ask you, well, who's handling the hitting? And that would be Henry Lartigue.
Lartigue, yeah.
I have yet to meet Henry. We'll talk to him at Media Day, which is coming up a few Mondays from now, I believe, later in January. So we'll get to know Henry. But I guess that's the answer to who is working with the hitters.
Yeah, Henry came in after Colby Bortles went to Jacksonville. So he also played for Coach G at Ole Miss and has flown up the coaching ranks. In 3 years, he was a graduate assistant at Ole Miss and then a hitting coach at Arkansas State and then here in 3 years. So we really love what he's doing. He's really, I think, going to take our hitters to the next level.
So what is the role of a hitting coach? You got a guy like yourself that's had success, always things you can probably clean up. So he's evaluating what you're doing. And how much of it is him giving his own ideas, or is he just trying to perfect what you like to do as a hitter, your swing, your stance, all that? How does it all work?
So he makes everything really personalized, which is what you want out of a hitting coach. And he kind of just takes our ideas and gives us ideas. I mean, we bounce ideas off each other. It's more of a dialogue rather than like commands. But at the end of the day, he is the hitting coach, so he tells us what to do and we do it, and it's worked for us this fall. So
another name on this list, a guy that could hit, Bryant Packard on this ECU staff. What's Pack doing with the team?
Pack is also helping with the hitters and the outfielders, so he's been a good help.
He could go oppo, could find find the hole. Just a great hitter. Yeah, here at East Carolina, and glad to have him back on board. And would still be hitting in pro baseball if the dang back, I think, didn't give out on him. But great dude, and looking forward to him being a part of this staff. If you got a question for JC, you can get it in. I saw Jamie. We always ask this question this time of year. JC, what are you looking to improve on most this season from last season?
So, with the injury last year, I lost a lot of weight through my surgery. So I gained a lot of weight back. I'm the heaviest I've ever been now. I feel like I'm at my strongest, fastest. I did a lot of speed work over the break, and then, just fine-tuning things.
You are deceptively fast, I would say, when you get going.
Yeah, I mean,
and get those long strides.
Trucks longer to get going.
If you had Madden ratings, I don't know if your acceleration would be high, but your speed would be good.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can get going around them bases. The Steel Burger, does that sound familiar? That's what Robert says down on Main Street.
I don't know.
Okay,
I'm not sure.
Could be.
I don't want to say yes and then it's wrong.
Fair enough.
I don't want to put anybody in the wrong direction.
Good policy. Jamie's asking, has Burley been around?
I actually saw him today hitting with Coach G, but he's got a full-time job, pretty good one too. So he's not coaching or anything like that.
I saw him recently at a basketball game. Oh, I saw JC at the last volleyball game. We were hyped.
Yeah, it was a really, really good time.
You said, man, I got to go to more of these. So next year, are you going to be attending more volleyball games?
Yes.
Wait, are you going to be here?
Yes.
How's it work out? Yeah. If you're here and they're playing, you'll be there.
Yes.
Fair enough. Easy as that. You ever played volleyball? Tall dude.
I played PE volleyball in high school, and I got
to imagine you're pretty good.
It was fun.
You been to any basketball games? Yeah,
I have not, but I need to.
Yeah,
the crazy thing is, I mean, I can watch the same game on my couch, which is more comfortable than the seats. But I mean, the environment's obviously not the same in my living room.
Yeah, you're not going to tell Pirate baseball fans to do that, are you?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you know what? There we go. I'm gonna get in the stadium.
They got a game coming up against Tulsa on a Sunday, 3:00. East Carolina trying to get their first conference win of the season in conference game 2. All right, JC. So you return to practice. What is your first practice going to be like tomorrow?
Tomorrow is going to be a lift and hitting and throwing.
Pretty basic.
Pretty basic, and then next week we'll get rolling.
And you were telling me, we mentioned you read the John Gordon book, and I guess different players were assigned different books to read. So what are those meetings going to be like with the team?
So there were 8 of us that read The Power of a Positive Team, and there are 9 chapters, so we're each going to present a chapter, and that's going to go for another book, Extreme Ownership, which is another one that was read, and The Energy Bus, which is another John Gordon book.
Awesome. Good stuff. You're getting older, Jacob. Not as many maybe fun Christmas presents as when you were a kid, but...
Oh, no. You
got fun stuff?
Yeah.
All right, what'd you get? Let us know.
I got a new pair of waders.
Is that fun?
Absolutely.
All right, that's fun.
I got this sweet Carhartt vest.
Fun.
Vests are the thing now, I'll tell you what. If you don't have a vest, you need to get a vest.
Trendy Chandler was just wearing one recently. This guy is all over it, man. Good grief.
I also have a vest.
I don't own a vest.
Oh, come on. You need to get a vest.
You definitely got
what kind of vest should I get?
You need to get on the vest train.
What's a good brand?
How much are you willing to spend here?
Not a lot. But let's say I was.
What colors are we looking for? Are we looking for like a
I don't know. What do you wear under the vest?
So with this new one I got, it's a camouflage print, and I wear like a sweatshirt under it because it's like a little colder weather vest. But then they were like small. That's the exact one I got.
Okay. Oh, I could go for that.
Yeah, that's what mine looks like.
So rock that with just any sweatshirt underneath. You went
underneath, or you could go with the long sleeve tee.
I don't know if I'm a camo guy.
That's what mine looks like right there.
Yeah, I might just go like one of these bad boys. Mm-hmm. Just a dark color. I like dark colors. Hey, I know that guy. Can you hit off him?
Yeah.
I know you can hit off him. DB, we'll see you tomorrow,
DB,
buddy.
baby. Running down Elm Street.
Hey, I saw you running down Elm Street. There was another creepy mustachioed white man. Jacob, we are out of time. I'm going to look into getting a vest because I want to get on board with this, man. And they got a pretty good deal going right now.
Yeah, they do.
I need to jump on that quick. Thanks for hanging out, man. Good luck getting back to practice, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Yep, thank you for having me.
Jacob Jenkins-Coward joining us inside the Pirate Radio studios. We'll take a break, come back. Brian Bailey joins us, and more from the chat gang in hour number 3. We are back with you. Cass says, I have a vest on right now. I got to get on this vest bandwagon, man. I'm getting left behind. More to go after this.
I was living to stop serving rocks. Know when the cops is hot, but I'm on the block and I wish my brother would have made bail so I won't have to travel 6 hours to see him in jail. And I wish that my grandmother wasn't
here with Jeff Stein at Brown & Wood. It's a great time to buy a used vehicle.
It's not a great time. It's a perfect time to buy a used car from Brown & Wood. We have over 115 used vehicles in stock, and we're #1 in the market on price. We have limited lifetime powertrain on all of our used cars under 80,000 miles, so go to brownandwoodauto.com to find out more. 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal: to make sure you leave a happy customer.
Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, get rid of unwanted hair and under-eye fat pads? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Contact the licensed professionals at Beauty Bar Medi-Spa for a free consultation and ask about our newest technologies and treatments. Learn more at beautybarmedispa.com. Red Banks Road, Greenville. Enjoy your visit, love your transformation, and go Pirates!
15-time best-selling author, keynote speaker, and global influencer John Gordon is coming to Greenville in March. John was ranked number 6 as one of the top leadership speakers in the world and will be our featured guest at the Pirate Radio Luncheon on Monday, March 18th. Hey, John, tell us more about your upcoming visit.
Hey, Pirate Nation. John Gordon here. I am so excited about coming to Greenville, North Carolina and East Carolina University March 18th, where I'm going to talk about ways to enhance your mindset, improve your leadership, and build a stronger team. We're going to activate the positive competitive advantage together. I hope to see you there. Go Pirates.
Don't miss out on this huge opportunity to enhance your mindset, improve your leadership skills, and create a better future for you and your team. To reserve a table, contact me, Jonathan Ellerby, at ellerby@pirateradio1250.com. We look forward to seeing you in March.
Familia is your go-to spot for the best Italian dishes around, including pizzas, pastas, salads, and homemade desserts.
That's Familia.
Enjoy half-off wine night on Wednesdays, $3 drafts on Thursdays, or get a pizza of the week for just $12.
That's Familia.
Place your order online or call 689-6330, and Familia will have your order ready in their drive-thru window for pickup.
That's Familia.
Clip, really?
Oh, sorry.
Familia on Fire Tower Road in Winterville near Pitt Community College.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Good news, business travelers. PGV and American Airlines has added a new early morning flight available now. Book today at aa.com and be on time for that connection in Charlotte. Fast, convenient, and close to home, PGV has American flights perfect for your next trip. PGV, where the Pirates fly.
I'm Donald Stocks, owner of Pip Marketing Signs Print. We are your one-stop shop for just about anything printed. If we're not your go-to printer, please give us a call at 355-1636. We have over 80 5-star Google reviews and want you to be our next more than satisfied and well-pleased customer. Check us out at growatpip.com or stop in to see us at 3185 Mosley Drive in Greenville. Pip, where business goes to grow.
Before anyone walks into your business, the outside is what they see. Make sure your first impression is a good impression with the right curb appeal. Hi, this is Daniel Andrews from Dan Andrews Lawn Service. We specialize in making your business look great. Let us handle all your professional landscaping needs. We do it all so you don't ever have to worry. Residential services are also available. Call us today at 717-8006 and we'll come out and give you a free quote. Taking care of your landscaping needs is all we do, and we've been doing it for over 20 years. You can trust our reliable team at Dan Andrews Andrews Lawn Service, covering all of eastern North Carolina.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.
Oh yeah, no more.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Well, keep it local and print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com, the official sportswear provider of Pirate Radio. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Just a genius move to use the Young and the Restless music on a song. Classic theme.
Well, not just that, but the fact that she's talking about no more drama. And what is a soap opera? It's a drama.
Victor Newman.
A drama. Yeah.
Jack Abbott. Just nonstop drama.
Exactly.
And the she you're referring to is Mary J. Blige.
The queen of R&B.
What's the 411?
I got breaking news out of the NFL.
Darn it. I was going to ask you, what team do you think Dalvin Cook went to? Because it makes sense. Because they just lost a very talented running back due to injury. Go ahead and tell the folks.
Dalvin Cook will be playing playoff football this year with the Baltimore Ravens.
Big trust.
Wow.
That just announced by the real Adam Schefter. Robert is wearing, he says, I should wear a vest with a hoodie. He's wearing a vest right now. These vests, man.
Life is best when wearing a vest.
Did you just come up with that?
Earlier. I said it during the break.
Okay.
You've been on a pretty good run of coming up with slogans off the top of the dome this week. I got to give you credit for that.
Stories not so good.
Yeah.
Slogans really good.
Yeah, hitting 100% right now. Pirate GT says Lartigue, ECU's new hitting coach, was a semifinalist for the Johnny Bench Award. Great player at Ole Miss.
Wow.
That's good info, GT. Thank you, man. And then Jamie says, the greatest baseball player ever, in my opinion, Johnny Bench. That's fine.
I mean, he was a good ball player. I'm not questioning that.
This might be a dumb question. How do y'all feel about it? Now, Jamie, did you watch Johnny Bench play? Because I'm thinking you're around my age, right? I never saw Johnny Bench play. Can you say... I guess you can say the greatest of all time is someone you never saw play. But it is kind of odd to say, right? Because you didn't watch their games. You're just going by stats, highlights, and what others say about the player.
I mean, I say Michael Jordan's the greatest of all time.
And you saw none of his career?
No.
Yeah. I watched his career and would agree with that statement. Jamie did not see him play live. Okay. I'm not going to push real hard on this. You can say that the greatest player is somebody you didn't see play. But I think it's more like we should maybe talk about more the greatest player of our lifetime, which for you would be in the NBA,
LeBron James.
easy.
LeBron James.
Which could be the greatest player of all time, but we're not going to get into that debate.
No. NFL Tom Brady.
Yeah, which stinks. How about the greatest non-quarterback in your lifetime? See, for a while, I mean, I've got candidates like...
I could say Randy Moss, but I really didn't watch a lot of him.
I got Moss, Falk, LaDainian Tomlinson. You got to think about defensive players, too, like Ed Reed and Troy Polamalu.
Aaron Donald probably for me.
Adrian Peterson, Aaron Donald. Yeah. I would go Moss. He was just... And I know he's not the greatest receiver of all time because Jerry Rice has every record. But, like, if I could have one receiver on my team ever, I'm taking Randy Moss. It would make up for bad quarterback play was what he could do. Jerry Rice was catching balls from Joe Montana and Steve Young. Steve Hill says Barry Sanders. Yeah. Jamie says Ray Lewis. How about baseball? I mean, I got to say Barry Bonds. Obviously.
For you. For me.
Albert Pujols.
Yeah. Mike Trout. But.
I got to be honest.
Be honest.
How many Mike Trout games have you watched start to finish?
Oh, not a lot, but now I was a big Mike Trout highlight watcher on YouTube.
I don't think I've ever watched a Mike Trout game start to finish. I don't know how many times I've actually watched him play live on TV. Because when it comes to baseball for me, I like the Braves and I don't watch other baseball games. And I watch playoff games, and guess what? He's never there.
Yeah.
Steve says Sean Taylor would have been the greatest safety ever. Probably not. But I love Sean Taylor.
I watched his football life the other night.
That's so sad.
Very. It's very.
And it's just so makes me angry because it was so like senseless and pointless. Just dumb kids like freaking out, shooting the guy. And they shot him in the leg, but it hit a major artery. It was just so like could have been avoided so many different ways.
I saw a video of Ryan Clark with an emotional message. I guess it was his birthday maybe or something. And Ryan Clark, I did not realize he was a Redskin. And played with Sean Taylor early in his career.
Pirate GT says Alan Thomas started the vest trend. AT. I didn't know that. Jamie says Walter Payton, Jim Brown. Again, these are guys I didn't see. He did say Barry Sanders is the greatest football player that he ever watched. Tyler says Ohtani. I mean, it's very recent, but as far as what he's done in baseball, to do what he does, he is the greatest player, maybe.
Yeah.
Ryan says that hit Taylor had on the punter in the Pro Bowl was one of the best ever. One of the reasons we don't have a Pro Bowl anymore. Jamie says, Clip, I've never asked you thoughts on Dwayne Haskins. He was not a good NFL quarterback, and it's sad that he passed away.
Had a good career at Ohio State.
Yeah.
By the way, you mentioned Washington. Congrats to my Carolina Panthers, your Washington Commanders, two of the four teams to not have a Pro Bowler on their team this year.
All right. Way to go, guys. Who would be I guess Tress Way is our only guy that we could.
Derek Brown got screwed for us, defensive tackle.
We're going to get to Bailey in a moment, but I wanted to save it for a segment because surely there's something about Chandler we don't know. And I like things like this because we're around each other all the time. We tell the same old stories. We know the same. I mean, he's a former long snapper.
Of course.
We know that. But there is something about Chandler we don't know. Jacob Jenkins-Coward and I very briefly mentioned a sport that Chandler is not only familiar with, but is a champion of the sport.
Interesting.
He's got the picture to prove it. Yeah. I saw a picture during the break. Chandler.
Is this a common sport? Is this a well-known sport?
It's a sport that's very common. It's a sport that we talked about in the last segment.
Okay, I was doing other stuff, so I wasn't.
It's a sport that is played at East Carolina.
East Carolina.
What sport would that be, Chan?
I am a champion in the sport of volleyball. Sampson County Parks and Rec Co-Ed Volleyball League back in 2017.
I'm a putt-putt champion.
Let's get his story first before you try to
boast
top.
right quick. But yeah,
Because I want to hear about, like, all I have in my head is a play-in with the boys montage with Chandler with his shirt off playing volleyball. But this was,
And we have seen him with his shirt off, so.
this is indoors.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Yes.
indoors. Okay, so it's not beach volleyball. It's standard volleyball.
And it looked like your team comprised of 7 players.
yes.
3 guys, 4 gals.
Yep.
Now, I can't imagine there were a lot of teams in this league.
There was probably at least 5 or 6 from each district in Sampson County, because Sampson County.
How many districts are in Sampson County?
There is, because Sampson County, if you didn't know, is the largest county in North Carolina.
Is that true?
I'm pretty positive.
The largest county as far as like land mass?
Land mass, I believe. And
you are incorrect. That would be Robeson.
Are you sure that's not population?
Is it Robeson County? Is that how you say it?
Robeson. Tomato.
Has 947.3 square miles of land area and is the largest county in North Carolina. So you are...
That's false.
How? Sway. How is that false? I'm looking it up right now.
Is Sampson County...
Why are you looking it up? I just looked it up.
Largest county.
Let me see if I can get a ranking.
NC.
Top 10
Second largest.
county.
What?
Yeah,
The Robeson County, did it grow?
It expanded. Somebody changed the lines.
They did. They had to.
All right, anyway, so second largest county. Jamie says he thought Brunswick was the biggest county.
Look.
You thought a lot.
All right, up here it says second largest county, and then it says get to know Sampson County, the largest county in North Carolina. The people, the land, the heritage.
Now, what website is that on? SampsonCounty.gov?
The one at the top is about Sampson County. The one at the bottom, visit Sampson County.
Exactly. They're just making up stuff about their county to try to look cool.
And have people visit.
We got an official like census.
But back to our point, there was at least 5 or 6 different teams from different areas in Sampson County. And hey, get this. Are you listening?
Yeah.
Are you on the edge of your seat? Did not lose a set the whole season.
Man, that's pretty dominant. Ryan is showing off his volleyball vernacular. Was Chan libero diving all over the court? And now, I've heard there's 2 different ways to pronounce that word.
What's the other one?
Libero, maybe? I don't know. Shirley?
I've always heard libero.
Have you always heard libero?
Libero is how it's pronounced.
All right. I was told by someone you could say it a different way.
You can do whatever you want to be honest with you.
Well, I said you could do whatever you like.
Of course he did. Someone said that the preferred pronunciation is libero, but I have heard it the other way. But when I did ECU volleyball, when I checked to make sure that I was pronouncing it correctly, that's what they told me, so that's what I went with.
And they get to wear the like a different color shirt.
Yeah, different color
than everybody.
shirt, yeah.
What was your specialty out there, Sean?
I mean, I played all over the court because we rotated.
What were you best at? How should I word this?
I like playing.
What are you best at? Better
than best.
Maybe hold on. Maybe
seriously serious.
I want you to answer this question if Shirley can find it.
Blake, where do you feel like you've learned the
My name's
most
Chandler.
about your defense so far? What have they gotten better at, best, and besides what you just talked about, where they got to get better at?
Yeah. How would you answer that as a volleyball player?
I would say better than best. Best at the front, better than maybe the back. because the front is where I was better at. No, seriously, I did like playing the front because I did like blocking the ball.
Steve asking, does Chon serve in a shirtless vest? Did you cut off your sleeves or anything?
Nah.
Eric's asking, Clip, is there any talk on where a possible new Commander Stadium will be put? I sure hope it's in Alexandria near the proposed new Caps Wiz Arena and not anywhere in D.C. or Maryland. I haven't really looked at that, Eric. But thank you for asking. All right. And now there's some volleyball talk going on in the chat. We got to get to Brian Bailey.
BB.
Yeah.
Do we need to take a break first and then come back?
Let's take a break.
Okay.
We'll get to BB. I wish I'd have played more organized volleyball, looking back on it. Played organized basketball, baseball, football, soccer. Never played tennis competitively. Won a ping pong tournament on a cruise.
Very nice.
It was me, my dad, and two 7-year-olds. So my dad and I met in the championship. And I say I won. I don't remember if I won or if I came in second.
You know what?
I want to say I won.
The second part was the cruise that I went on. I couldn't get to the ping pong table because there was always somebody on it. And they had a full-size putt-putt course at the very top of the ship. The first day I was out on the water, I played and it was great. It was a lot of fun. But then it was really windy those next couple days out at sea. So it was no fun because you'd hit the ball and it would come right back to you.
Is that where you won your putt-putt championship?
No, I actually won that at Barton College.
How many people were in it?
Well, there was a few people in there. I don't remember how many, but I mean, it wasn't just a handful. It was
5, 10, 15?
I would say probably about 20 people.
That's a legit championship.
Yeah, I'd say about 20 people.
Who knew we had a volleyball champion and a putt-putt champion right here, and a Madden champion?
Oh, I'm a karaoke champion too. Not karaoke. I'm sorry, trivia champion from the cruise.
I was about to say.
No, I got.
You win American Idol?
No, I got a participation.
You are awful.
I got a participation
it's a no
trophy from the cruise ship for participating in this big karaoke thing that they had. But I did win trivia. It was music trivia.
Wow.
At one of the little club bar thingies that was on the ship.
I want to do music trivia with you and Steve.
Yeah, that would be fun.
So, Steve, we'll make that happen because I've been thinking of questions and unfortunately not writing them down. But every now and then I think.
Here's the problem. It's playing if you play the song, I'll nail it just about every time. But when you ask questions, sometimes I struggle with those. And that's what makes it so difficult for me because...
And that's the point of trivia.
I know,
supposed to be easy.
Well, when I think of music trivia, I'm thinking you play the song and guess the song. But, it is what it is. Do it however you want to, bro.
Hey, bro. All right, Steve's in. We'll take a timeout, come back. More to go. Pirate Radio Live BB after this.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Holton Nailers, and the countdown is on for the launch of the Holton Nailers Show right here on Pirate Radio. I've got a ton of stories, big name guests, and more ready to go right here in January. Plus, we'll have plenty of sports knowledge and laughs each week from the walk-ons Caden Norman, Drew Dotter, and Jack Powers. Subscribe to Pirate Radio TV on YouTube today, and we'll see you in January right here on Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
There's local politics, bud.
Here's the deal. When you combine State Farm home and auto insurance, you can save an average of $889 per year. Hi, I'm State Farm agent Timothy Sawyer, and I'm ready to help you combine your home and auto and save in Greenville, North Carolina. Call 493-0002 today to get started on your personal price plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
In football, it takes great offense, defense, and special teams to make the perfect team. With New Blue, it takes great service in plumbing, electrical, and HVAC to make the perfect team. This is Aaron Williams with Ease Plumbing, and we have teamed up with Viva Electric and Roland Black Heating and Cooling to form New Blue Service Group. Same great local team, same great local service. Let us help you tackle any issues you may have. Just go to callnewblue.com. That's callnublue.com. New Blue Service Group, where we are redefining service excellence. Go Pirates.
The Angus Grill is your premier spot for the best burgers, cheesesteaks, and brisket sandwiches around. Join us for our unmatched variety of burger combinations, from the mushroom bacon Swiss burger to the jalapeno popper burger to the original Angus classic. Pair that burger with our amazing onion rings, tots, fries, or sweet potato fries. Angus Grill, with 4 amazing locations in eastern North Carolina, including Winterville near Pitt Community College, on Jarvis Street in uptown Greenville, and on Statensburg Road near the hospital. It's the best burger around, guaranteed.
This is Dr. Andrew Bridgeforth from Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center. Our practice has been caring for the athletes at ECU and the residents of Eastern North Carolina for more than 35 years. Whether it's treatment for your sports injury or it's time for that joint replacement, Orthopedics East provides the latest in operative and non-operative orthopedic care. We also offer on-site physical therapy and MRI services, as well as walk-in urgent care on the weekends from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. For experienced professional care, call us at 757-BONE or visit us online at orthoeast.com. Go Pirates!
Save a load on a new John Deere compact utility tractor and loader from Quality Equipment. It's never been easier to get the best brand on the market at an unbeatable cash price or with great financing at our lowest ever monthly payment. Now is the time to get that tractor package you've been dreaming of to get your next job done right. Stop by one of our 36 locations in North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia, or visit us online at qualityequip.com.
This is Talbot Green with Integrity Home Mortgage. Are you ready and pre-approved if the home you want to purchase comes for sale today? This is a very important step when trying to purchase a home in the current market. Integrity Home Mortgage offers a wide variety of loan programs. Our team of Talbot Green, Braxton Green, and Joe M. Weir has over 50 years of experience and is committed to providing you with the superior customer service you deserve. To get started, call me, Talbot Green, 714-2076.
Talbot Green, NMLS 120331. For informational purposes only. Integrity Home Mortgage Corporation is an equal housing lender. NMLS 208516.
Chico's Mexican Restaurant is the home of the best margaritas. Grab your amigos and head to Chico's every Tuesday for the Gulf of Mexico. A huge 38-ounce lime margarita for only $8.99. On Thursdays, relax and enjoy half-price pitchers of Chico's house margaritas. Choose from lime, strawberry, blood orange, raspberry, or peach. For Mexican food and fun, it's got to be Chico's Mexican Restaurant in downtown Greenville and online at chicosrestaurant.com. Chico's, where the fiesta never ends.
This is Dixon Williams from ECU Baseball, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, and get rid of unwanted hair? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Contact the licensed professionals at Beauty Bar Medi-Spa on Red Banks Road in Greenville. Free consultations available by calling 752-1406 or visiting beautybarmedispa.com. Enjoy your visit. Love your transformation. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All right. Oh, I remember watching this live. It's the anniversary of the Matt Hasselback we'll take the ball and we'll score overtime game.
And we're going to score.
Al Harris, 52-yard pick six, wins it in the playoffs. Packers
That should be talked about more.
Over Seahawks. What should?
That situation where a quarterback in overtime called his shot and threw a pick six to lose the game. That's hilarious.
Yeah. It was a very goofy moment from Matt Hasselbeck. All right. Earlier today, Brian Bailey joined me inside the Pirate Radio studios. I want to catch up with BB because I didn't see him on Monday. We were off. Didn't see him last Monday because we were off.
It was Christmas.
Christmas. Didn't see him the previous Monday because I was laid out. So it had been a while since we talked to BB, but I talked to him earlier today inside the Pirate Radio studios. Let's hit that right now. BB, Brian Bailey, joining us in the Pirate Radio studios, which is a good thing, Bailey, because I hadn't talked to you on Pirate Radio in over 3 weeks.
It's been a while, hasn't it?
I was sick. We had Christmas and no show this week, and good to reconvene with you. Man, you need a haircut. You got a lot of hair out there.
It's growing back, isn't it?
We talked about it some on the air, but just wanted to ask, and the folks out there are curious too. How you feeling? How you doing?
Feeling good. All the numbers are much, much better than they were this summer, and so everything's looking up, and so I appreciate all the thoughts, prayers, and everything, and hopefully this is behind us and we just trudge on and keep on keeping on.
Awesome stuff. Glad to hear that, BB. Your Cowboys looking good. We'll get to that in a moment. Let's talk ECU athletics, Bailey, and we'll start with football because the last couple of days on the show we've talked to John David Baker, the new and Holton Ahlers from the past, so had some ECU football talk, and the transfer portal is wide open. We saw a lot of deletions from the Pirate roster early on. Now we're starting to see those additions. Any thoughts on what Mike Houston and the team has done this offseason?
Well, I'll tell you, we stopped by and saw Coach Houston yesterday. We were trying to track down Damon Magazoo when he got back in town, and we did for the coaches show and for our newscast. And Coach Houston was in his office, and Coach Houston looks relaxed and looks fired up. And I just think he's got one thing on his mind, and it's to turn this whole thing around. And I think that he's very pleased with how it's gone so far, and I think he's very pleased with what it looks like it's going to be, with a couple of more, signings from the transfer portal and that kind of thing. One came in earlier today from Florida State. So
got a lineman,
yeah. So I think that, it's one of those things that it's frustrating when you go through a season like last year. I swear I think you could run that season back and do it again, and your record could be completely different. It was just so many things that went on last year, but I think a lot of those things have been corrected, and I'm looking forward to spring football, and then of course looking forward to the fall.
I like the sense of urgency where after the year Coach Houston said, I promise this will not happen again, and we hope those aren't empty words. But John David Baker in his introductory press conference said, this is not a 3-year project.
Right.
This is hey, I've got 5-6 months to get this thing rolling.
Yeah, and that's the most exciting part about it, because there's nobody thinking like, hey, give us time. The time is now, and they all know that, and I think that everybody's on the same page with that.
And we do a show every day and have to knock on wood with the things we say sometimes, but as of right now, Blake Harrell's here. You've got a couple of guys transferring from that defense, but you would think the defense will return and be hopefully as good as they were last year. Maybe, who knows, maybe even better. But if that offense can pick it up, you've got a bold team here. Like.
I think most certainly. I think you'll have a team that will at least compete for the American championship. I mean, the league is out there to win, and I think that we all expected it to be last year. Although we all knew that the Pirates were losing a main cog quarterback, and that was going to take a little time. But I think that with everything that's come on and all the transfers and everything, I think it's very positive right now.
Brian Bailey joining us, Pirate Radio Studios, talking a little Pirate football, Pirate hoops. Bailey goes on the road, and I don't recall a game where it's a 2-point game and you got the ball with the chance to tie or take the lead with 4 minutes left, and you end up getting blown out. That one really got away quick the other night at FAU, but Pirates did battle them for about 36, 37 minutes.
Yeah, there were a couple of key stretches in that game. One of them was in the first half where R.J. Felton went in the lane, made a tough shot. Pirates go up by 8 on the road in Boca Raton. Florida Atlantic comes right back, and they shoot a 3, and while the ball's in the air, I think Ezra got called for the foul inside, so the ball swishes through for 3. Florida Atlantic gets the ball right back. They throw it right back to the same guy, Elijah Martin, I think was his name. He swishes another 3, so that 8-point lead went to 2 in like 3.4 seconds. That was in the first half, but like you said, in the second half, I mean, they were right in that game. And I talked to Coach Schwartz today. We were working on his coach's show, and I said, it's kind of like growing pains. I mean, you can kind of see it. But he realizes, I mean, they've got to figure out a way, to finish a game, and it just – and, people often say things like choke, but that's not what I saw the other night. I just saw a team that for whatever reason, everything that was working the whole time just didn't work in the last 4 minutes. And I like R.J. Felton. I like Ezra. Brandon Johnson is a double-double machine. I mean, you've got some really good parts for that Pirate basketball team, and I think that they've got a chance to win a lot of games in the American.
Man, and that finishing a game really rings true. You think back to the little SEC doubleheader they had where they were right there with South Carolina, right there with Florida, and saw the same thing with FAU, and for whatever reason couldn't get it done down the stretch.
And what's this coaching adage that when you take over, first you lose big, then you lose small, then you win small, and then you win big. So they're just trying to get over that hump to get that win small.
Trying to get to those two. How is what's Coach Schwartz's temperament right now? Is he frustrated? Is he optimistic?
I've never seen anyone as just straightforward the next game. Because part of the coach's show, at the end of the show, we take a look ahead to next week. And Coach looked at me and said, "I don't even know if we play next week. I don't know what days it are. I don't." And I said, "Coach, I'll guide you through it. We don't need a whole lot on it, but we just talk a little bit about what's coming up." But he is so focused on not only the next game, but the next hour of preparation and the next thing. He is really one focused individual.
Well, right now he's all in on Tulsa then.
Yes, he is.
That is the opponent coming up Sunday, 3:00, Williams Arena, Minges Coliseum, and East Carolina trying to win their first conference game, get to 1-1 in league play before they head off to Philadelphia to take on Temple. Caught some women's hoops over the weekend, Bailey, as South Carolina came to town, and great crowd, fun environment. And we saw kind of the levels that are in women's college basketball between the top-ranked team in the country and a team that I think East Carolina in the 70s, 80s, something like that, a potential NIT-type team. But, man, South Carolina, they just kept running in 6'4" girls every break, it seemed like.
They were good. They were big. They were athletic. I mean, they were everything that you watch, teams like that, like UConn, used to be back in the day when they would come to Minges Coliseum as a part of the American. But, yeah, South Carolina was really, really – and, you get in the game with them and you're trying to battle, and Micah Dennis goes down. And
that was tough,
she's such an important part of that team. And, Sania Johnson had already gone down.
It was sad, Bailey. Sania gave her crutches to Micah, and Sania had to go out of the arena with the little thing, a wheel you put your knee on.
Scooter?
Yeah, she said, "Here, you take the crutch." That's tough when you see that.
Yeah. But it shows you a little bit about the depth that Kim McNeil has brought to East Carolina. I mean, they wore out UTSA the other night.
How about the bounce back and Karina Gordon, or as Chandler called her, Katharina Gordon?
Oh,
she
nice
hit
Chandler.
6 the other night, 22 points for the freshman. And yeah, you talk about some of the depth, starting to see these young players come along. And you kind of thought after scoring 37 points, you were going to see an outburst. And man, East Carolina, they had way more points at halftime. The other night against UTSA, they had the entire game against South Carolina.
And that's the difference right there. With South Carolina, they were, it was fun to have them here. Like you said, it was a great crowd. I think it was the largest crowd they've ever had that wasn't an Education Day crowd. But it was a great, people came out, and credit to Pirate fans for coming out, and they got a chance to see some really, really, high-level basketball.
ECU women on the road coming up Saturday at Memphis. Starting to turn the page, Bailey, as well, to Pirate baseball coming up next week on Pirate Radio Live. We'll talk to Jeff Palumbo and Austin Knight as they will join us to get ready for the upcoming season in February. And it kind of stinks because every basketball loss, I see a countdown. All right, only so-and-so days to baseball. But people are fired up for another year of Cliff Godwin and his squad.
Yeah, and it's going to be fun. I talked to Coach Godwin today, and really another guy who's very, very focused. But, it's just it's fun to see a team like Coach Godwin has, that every team on that schedule, 56 games, they know they can not only compete with but can beat. and they're not going to go 56-0, but they have a program where they know that they can go out and really have success. And I think, all their goals are right there. Another American championship, go down to Clearwater. It's fun when you go through, the seasons of life, especially for me. I certainly appreciate it more this year than I did before, maybe. But going down to Clearwater and having that tournament and how hot it is, and then getting ready for the regionals, and hopefully East Carolina hosting a regional, and maybe even a super. That's a great time of the year. We've got a lot of baseball to get to before we get to that.
No doubt, and looking forward to that coming up, and we'll talk a lot of baseball between now and then. Our buddy DB, Danny Bill, East Carolina pitcher, one of the guys that received some preseason accolades in the conference. Saw Treyas Savage receive some national accolades today, and he is going to be awesome on the mound this year. Looking forward to that, and ECU baseball. Bailey, how about them Cowboys? All they got to do is beat the Commodores, as you call them, coming up, and they will win the NFC East. And that's huge, right? Because Dallas really appears to be unbeatable at home and shaky at times on the road, but they have been good in Jerry World this year.
They've been really good at home, which is great to see. On the road, it's just really crazy sometimes when you get on the road and you don't play very well. But I'm not one of those that look at the game. The Commanders really need to lose for their NFL, for their draft pick.
Yeah.
I mean, they really should go out there and do nothing.
Looking at the number 2 pick right now.
Yeah, but I know how it is in the NFC East. All those games are battles, and I just want to get through it. And I think it'll be exciting for Dallas to play some home games. But you think back to some of the games. The Cowboys have had some home games, several years ago, and things would go wrong in the playoffs. So, like I said back when they were playing really, really well in October and November, I said, you got to show me in January. You got to win some games in January. And, if they'll just put somebody in Mike McCarthy's headset that can count and get the clock right, I think we'll be okay.
Have you looked ahead at all? If Dallas hosts a home game, it'll be against the Packers, Seahawks, the Saints still alive. If they do finish in the 5 spot, I guess they go on the road to either Tampa or New Orleans.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Either way, the Cowboys are going to be favored,
right.
But you'd much rather have that home
much
game.
rather be at home. If you can get those 2 home games back to back, and it could be a Detroit-Dallas, second round matchup in the divisional round, and that's going to be very difficult because they're fired up about the game from the other night still.
And I guess avoiding San Fran as long as you can is a good thing too.
Yeah, I think so.
Are they we looked at their schedule earlier this week and the way they pummeled Dallas, pummeled the Eagles. But they are not untouchable. They've lost 4 games this year.
Yeah.
How much are they ahead of Dallas, Detroit, those teams?
Well, I think significantly, but I think they can be beaten. I think that they've proven they went through like a 3-game losing streak, didn't they?
Yeah.
And every year we sit here and you got the Ravens as a 1 and the 49ers as a 1. But what are the chances of them both going all the way through? Well, and a lot of times it doesn't happen like that.
Have you seen this? You like things like this, the Super Bowl logo deal?
I've seen that. Yeah, it's kind of funny.
Where the last 2 Super Bowls, the colors matched up, and this year it's like red and purple.
Yeah, I saw that.
Which would be Niners and Ravens.
Could be a little blue in there.
Is that a shade of blue, perhaps?
That turned purple, yeah.
For Big D and Dallas, Week 18 coming up this weekend. Going to be a lot of fun. A lot of scenarios out there. We started running through them yesterday, and there's a lot that can happen. NFC East, AFC East. You got Bills and Dolphins. AFC South still to be determined. So a lot to keep an eye on this weekend.
A lot of key games, and that's how the NFL wanted it. They want to have this last week of the regular season mean something. And by the way, I'm not much on fantasy football, but I have played in the same league for the last, I guess we started that league in the early 90s. So it used to be called the Not On Your Side Fantasy Football League because we all worked at Channel 9. Now I'm the only guy that works at Channel 9. But I won the league. How about that?
Well, I know why, because the Cowboys had a great year, and you had all the dang Cowboys.
I had Dak. I had CD.
Well, there you go. That's about it right there.
I had Aubrey, the kicker.
Oh, yeah, he was perfect, right?
I had the Dallas defense, which helped out a lot of times. Didn't help out recently, but yeah, I had a lot of Cowboys.
I had the wrong dang Cowboy. I had Pollard.
I went against Pollard in the playoffs, and that worked out well.
Congratulations, BB.
Yeah,
fantasy champion. Brian Bailey joining us here in the Pirate Radio studios. How about local sports, Bailey? Basketball going on? Anything caught your eye here lately?
Farmville Central's going to be good again, really good again. Love watching Larry Williford's team play, and they did drop one to Reedsville in the John Wall, but they're still loaded, very, very good. I think that it'll be fun to watch some of the girls' teams. South Central beat North Pitt, I think, last night in girls' play. North Pitt's going to be really good in their league. They've got 2 great guards. One of them going to NC State. One's a freshman. So I think that'll be fun to watch. And I don't think there's anything going on tonight, but Friday night there'll be some games going on.
What do you think about Washington and Michigan, Bailey, coming up Monday night?
I think that's going to be a lot of fun as well. And I really enjoyed those 2 games on New Year's Day, and just watching the comeback from Michigan. And I'm not a Michigan fan, but it was fun being at Michigan to start the season and going through the tunnel and everything when East Carolina was there. And it's been Michigan's one away from that national championship, and at least Harbaugh gets to coach in it. He's had his troubles with getting to coach on the sideline.
That is true.
Early and late.
He will be there. I talked to Malcolm Gray over the weekend, and I don't know if you've spoke with him, Bailey. He said if Michigan wins, it'll be either the 4th or 5th time East Carolina faced a champion that regular season. And it hasn't happened since the early 90s, I want to say, with Miami.
Okay.
And Miami was in there a couple times. I think Penn State maybe once.
Penn State. I remember the Pirates traveled to Penn State, I think, in 84 or 85. Yeah, I remember that.
So, interesting. A champion could be crowned that played East Carolina this year. Got Liberty on the schedule next year. They had a great opening drive against Oregon, and then that was about it.
Pirates played at Washington years ago, too, up in Spokane. Yeah, I remember
Napoleon Kaufman. Was he on that team?
Not sure.
It might have been before that.
Yeah,
I do remember that name as a kid. All right, BB. Anything? What's going on Channel 9? What are you guys covering right now?
Just high school basketball. Usually on Friday nights, keeping up the East Carolina basketball and everything. We got the baseball banquet for East Carolina at the end of the month, and that's always the first true signs of spring. That this baseball season is just around the corner, and that's always a great time. I think Gavin Williams is going to speak, so that's going to be neat to hear from him and his success and that kind of thing. So that'll be fun.
I say the last couple times we've had Gavin on, he's talked a little bit more. He was never the most talkative guy while he was here.
Yeah, he really wasn't. We worked with him a couple of times on interview skills and that kind of thing. And when he had his first game, I was out of the country at the time, but I sent him a text and said, "Hey man, you did a nice job, short and sweet." And he was like, "Yes, sir."
That's the way to go.
Yeah.
Bailey, thanks for joining. Good to catch up with you. Just wanted to talk
here.
some sports with you. We'll do it again Monday. You got a guest yet for the Brian Bailey Show?
John David Baker is going to join me live from Nashville, Tennessee, and the coaches convention there. So he's going to be with us on the phone from Nashville. If I keep him out of the honky tonks long enough to do the thing.
It was it was hilarious the other day when he came in here and we were asking him about Greenville and how much, and he's been away from Greenville more than he's been in Greenville.
Right.
We're recruiting and everything, and he had to leave here so he could get back out. So, but that'll be good. Coming up Monday, more with John David Baker, ECU offensive coordinator. Thank you, Bailey. Enjoyed it, man.
Enjoyed it.
There is Brian Bailey joining us today on Pirate Radio Live. Looking forward to Monday, Brian Bailey Show at noon with John David Baker. We had him for about 30 minutes or so this past Tuesday. You'll have him for 45 or so coming up on Monday. So that'll be good. We'll take a time out, come back. I'm looking at the national days today, and there are 2 that I love that I probably won't be participating in, but we'll have our Fleet Feet rundown when we return. Pirate Radio Live on a Thursday. Back with you after this.
Here with Jeff Stein at Brown & Wood. It's a great time to buy a used vehicle.
It's not a great time, it's a perfect time to buy a used car from Brown & Wood. We have over 115 used vehicles in stock, and we're #1 in the market on price. We have limited lifetime powertrain on all of our used cars under 80,000 miles, so go to brownandwoodauto.com to find out more. 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal: to make sure you leave a happy customer.
Here at Papa John's, we know our stuff. So try our newest cheesy calzone epic stuffed crust pizza. Made with a blend of ricotta and mozzarella hand-stuffed into that Papa John's fresh, never frozen, original dough. Get it for a limited time only at Papa John's.
Hey, Pirate fans, Papa John's is the MVP move for game day or any day. Place your order online at papajohns.com and sign up for Papa Rewards. Papa John's, better ingredients, better pizza. Go Pirate! UBE and PirateWear.com are proud to offer the Pirate Nation its largest inventory of ECU merchandise and tailgate supplies ever. UBE has the best prices in town, so that makes UBE your one-stop shop for all things ECU. UBE does daily restocks of Champion, Adidas, and Under Armour. Don't forget to bring your young Pirates to plunder the Crow's Nest, which is the only kids store dedicated to ECU. Plenty of free parking in Uptown Greenville. Visit them online at PirateWear.com. Go Pirates!
Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, get rid of unwanted hair and under-eye fat pads? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Contact the licensed professionals at Beauty Bar Medi Spa for a free consultation and ask about our newest technologies and treatments. Learn more at beautybarmedispa.com, Red Banks Road, Greenville. Enjoy your visit, love your transformation, and go Pirates!
There's a common misbelief today that to make it further, you need to push yourself, that you need to give up any joy to continue your rigid routine. Or you could try another way. Take some time to enjoy life, like having a Michelob Ultra with friends, because happiness is essential to living an exceptional life. Michelob Ultra, a refreshing and balanced flavor with only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Enjoy responsibly. Michelob Ultra, proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989.
Pizza, subs, slice, ice.
Jenny, what are you doing?
Just letting the Pirate Nation know that Cuccinella's has 2 locations. One in downtown Greenville across from Sup Dogs, and now in Midtown Greenville beside Best Buy. Did you know Cuccinella's is open every day with $6 lunch specials, slices all day, beer, wine, and their famous homemade gelato? Cuccinella's in downtown Greenville, and now their new location next to Best Buy. Go Pirates!
The best place to go before hitting the water is Pirate Waters Outfitter in Washington. This is Captain Bo Brooks, and at Pirate Waters Outfitters, we are the best specialty store in eastern North Carolina for fly fishing with the best rods and reels. We have a custom rod and net builder right on site, Camacho Rod Works. Look your best with some of our new outdoor apparel. Everything you need to chase fish on the fly is at Pirate Waters Outfitter on Market Street, right next door to Breaking Bread. We're also on Facebook and Instagram. We are Pirate Waters Outfitters.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of pirates in eastern North Carolina. Open 7 days a week with live music, Monday through Wednesday, acoustic night. Thursday, we have line dancing from 7 to 9, followed by karaoke with DJ Dog. On Friday and Saturday night, enjoy the best local bands in the area. And don't forget, Sunday Fun Day during football season with NFL jersey giveaways and more. Check out Facebook and Instagram for all up-to-date information and band schedules. Y'all come get bucked up.
This is former ECU baseball player and mayor of Greenville, PJ Connolly, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of Pirate Nation.
It's alive! Hey! Put your hands up! Put your hands up!
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. 5th Street Hardware Restaurant and Tap Room is your favorite place in downtown Greenville for lunch, dinner, or drinks with friends. 5th Street Hardware serves lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday, plus brunch starting at 10:30 on Saturdays and Sundays. You can follow 5th Street on Instagram for the latest events and specials. 5th Street Hardware Restaurant and Tap Room, right beside the State Theater in downtown Greenville. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Your Fleet Feet Rundown is brought to you by Fleet Feet, locally owned and operated by ECU alum Chris Lunyon. Fleet Feet of Greenville provides solutions through one-on-one service to runners, walkers, and everyone in between. Fleet Feet has the tools and technology to get you in the right shoe, including a 3D foot scanner that measures arch height, width, and more. Go see them at 207 East Arlington Boulevard in the old Gordon's Golf location. Fleet Feet, they run for you. National days today.
Let's hear them.
First of all, a state I never really think about.
Arizona?
I think about that way more than this state.
Wyoming?
I don't think about Wyoming a lot.
South Dakota?
Yeah, again, you're naming states that I don't think about a lot.
North Dakota?
But this is kind of an underrated state you don't think about.
Okay. Oh, man.
Do you ever think about Missouri?
No, not really.
I don't either.
I mean, shout out to Missouri for winning the Cotton Bowl this year.
I guess. But I never think about Missouri. It is National Missouri Day. It is also, now these two I love. These two I think about all the time.
Another state?
At least once a week. No. It is National Trivia Day.
Wow. We should have moved it to tonight.
Trivia has become a big part of my life. As I host sports trivia every Wednesday at AJ's. I love trivia. I love asking questions. I love answering questions. It's fun. I think it's good for the brain.
It's good to think.
It's a good brain exercise. Keep the brain
moving
and grooving. So I love trivia. It's National Trivia Day. I love spaghetti. And it is National Spaghetti Day.
You know, I really don't eat spaghetti like I used to.
Oh, man. I love making spaghetti. I made it last Thursday. It is my 1 week anniversary from the last time I had spaghetti.
Are you making it again tonight?
I don't think so. But Jake and I were talking Wednesday night about cooking and food, and we started talking about spaghetti, and he was telling me a sauce that he likes, and it's all I thought about, so I had to have it the next day. But I've got my mind set on something else tonight. But it is National Spaghetti Day. And that's all. That's it. Missouri Trivia Spaghetti.
All right.
That's all we got on this Thursday. Did you make a... oh, you left it blank?
I didn't know what you wanted to do.
What do you want to talk about in the Fleet Feet Rundown?
We have one more break to take, by the way.
I
don't know if you heard Shirley.
You let me handle that.
Okay.
I'm asking you a question.
My bad. I have a story to tell that I thought about today.
How long is it?
It could be short. It's dealing with my middle school days.
All right, let's hear it.
So, middle school prom. I'm on the dance floor, moving, grooving, and I hit the Michael Jackson leg kick, split my pants.
Ooh.
Split my pants.
Man.
So now, what do? I'm freaking out. People are going, hey, your pants are ripped. And I'm like, yeah, I know. What do I do? Luckily, the prom was at the country club next door to the high school. And my date's parents lived in the country club. So I was able to go to her parents' house and get a pair of her dad's pants.
What? That is like way more embarrassing than just going the rest of the party with a hole in your pants.
I got the closest colored pants to my outfit and wore them. They were baggy.
How did he feel about this?
He was willing to help. He was willing to help a little middle school Chandler out.
I guess. How big was the hole?
I mean, it ripped right down
Broadway?
Right down Broadway. Right down Broadway.
Not to get too personal, but what kind of underdrawers were you wearing?
I was wearing some boxer briefs.
Okay.
I think they were hanging out. So do I go and keep on dancing? Like, does the show go on while my pants are ripped?
It's kind of dark in there, right?
And it's funny because I was going at it, and I was dancing, and as soon as I do the leg kick, I'm like, it came to a complete stop.
I would not have gone to my date's house and asked her dad to give me pants.
She was my childhood best friend. We were,
So she wasn't a girlfriend. She was a friend?
Yes.
All right. That's a little different.
Yeah.
So, like, he thought it was funny.
Yes.
Okay. That changes things.
So, yeah. But went back and finished the night out with my date's dad's pants.
Did you return the pants?
Yeah.
After the night? Or All right. Pretty good story.
It's like I have my own personal men's warehouse where I can go and get some pants.
Hey, that sure looks pretty good. Can I borrow that too? All right, final break. We'll come back.
How was that story? I want to do a lot of stories this year.
You're on the uptick. You started with 2 bad ones. I think the urine shirt, and the ripped pants, pretty good.
Okay.
You're on a roll here. We'll be back to wrap it up after this.
Pest Tech wants to thank Pirate Nation for voting them the #1 pest control company in Eastern North Carolina. Pest Tech is a full-service pest control company offering a complete range of indoor and outdoor pest management and extermination services. Your experience is the Pest Tech guarantee, with a promise to deliver you results while keeping you, your family, and the environment safe. Call the best of the best to get rid of your pests. 353-4760. Pest Tech, the official pest control company of Pirate Radio.
Attention athletes and fans. Tiebreakers is looking for all-stars. Do you know an athlete who made a game-winning play, scored an amazing touchdown, or hit a huge home run? We're scouting Eastern North Carolina for this month's most outstanding athlete. Go to tiebreakersathlete.com to nominate your favorite player for the prestigious Athlete of the Month award. Tiebreakers, shining a light on the athletes that make Eastern North Carolina proud. Submit your nomination now at tiebreakersathlete.com.
This is Martin Truex Jr., and as a NASCAR Cup Series champion, I love one-stop shopping. When I need fresh tires or fuel during a race, my pit crew takes care of everything. Off the track, I have an Auto Owners independent agent. They handle all my insurance in one place: car, home, life, and business. Get your own pit crew and find a local agency with Auto Owners Insurance.
This is Norm Bryant with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Russell from Russell's Clothing in downtown Washington. Russell's has a long history of dressing Pirate fans, both men and women. For the men, we offer both logoed and non-logoed from Peter Millar, Johnny O, and Smathers and Branson. Our ladies love Tyler Bowe, Crosby, and Never a Wallflower for game day. Join us in wishing the Pirates a healthy and successful season. And remember, for all your game day needs, shop Russell's in downtown Washington.
Go Pirates!
Do you ever talk to yourself about where to eat today, and then you hear
Warren's hot dogs.
Then you're thinking, yeah, 2 hot dogs, chips, and a drink for only $6.25 would be awesome.
Warren's hot dogs.
And maybe some homemade lemonade, perhaps a pizza or a sub, and definitely an apple or peach turnover.
Warren's hot dogs.
Don't overthink where to eat today. Go to Warren's Hot Dogs in Greenville across from Ron Ayers, or in Chocowinity next to the fire station. Warren's Hot Dogs, serving the Pirate Nation since 1991. Go Pirates!
15-time best-selling author, keynote speaker, and global influencer John Gordon is coming to Greenville in March. John was ranked number 6 as one of the top leadership speakers in the world and will be our featured guest at the Pirate Radio Luncheon on Monday, March 18th. Hey, John, tell us more about your upcoming visit.
Hey, Pirate Nation. John Gordon here. I am so excited about coming to Greenville, North Carolina and East Carolina University March 18th, where I'm going to talk about ways to enhance your mindset, improve your leadership, and build a stronger team. We're going to activate the positive competitive advantage together. I hope to see you there. Go Pirates.
Don't miss out on this huge opportunity to enhance your mindset, improve your leadership skills, and create a better future for you and your team. To reserve a table, contact me, Jonathan Ellerby, at ellerby@pirateradio1250.com. We look forward to seeing you in March.
Washington's favorite place to eat and where all the locals go is down on Main Street. Down on Main Street's famous weekday lunch specials are only $7.99. Stop by for the house salad with grilled chicken, the half club sandwich with chips, or everyone's favorite, the fried shrimp plate. After work, Down on Main Street is the perfect spot for dinner and a drink on the patio. Join Down on Main Street every Wednesday for half-price wings from 4 to close. Down on Main Street in historic downtown Washington. Go Pirates!
This is Big John Williams, strength and conditioning coach for East Carolina football, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Me? Not me.
Not you.
Right.
Sorry, my computer. I had to do something real quick. All right, quickly, let's take a look at your stock market report. The Dow was up 10 points and finished at 37,440. The Nasdaq was down 81 at 14,510. The S&P was down 16 at 4,688. That is your Wells Fargo Advisors stock market report. For a personal look into investing, call Wells Fargo Advisors today at 756-6900 in Greenville. Wells Fargo Advisors, LLC, member SIPC, now you.
Now me. We'll see y'all mañana on a Football Friday edition of Pirate Radio Live. For Shirley Rhodes, Sean, and the crew. Thank you, chat gang. Thank you, radio audience. Thank you to our podcast audience listening at a later date. We appreciate y'all, and we'll talk to you Friday on Pirate Radio Live. Jeff Charles, take us home.
Have a great night, Eastern Carolina.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio Live, an exclusive presentation of the voice of the Pirate Nation. This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.
The other one, the recording, the sign stealing, the investigation, we'll get into that and why